All right, aloha and welcome, shifters, light guardians, dreamers within this beautiful holographic matrix. This is Brendan, Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield, welcoming you back to another one of our inspirational team tarot reading broadcasts. Thank you so much for joining in. If you're tuned in on YouTube, do me a favor, drop an 1111 in the chat just to be able to confirm that you can hear me okay. If you're tuned in on TikTok or Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube and to be able to take part in the mini game for our first reading. Once we have 10 people on YouTube, we will get right into our first reading, and I'll do a quick little introduction. So again, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube, and same for those of you on Facebook as well. If you're new here, welcome. What we're doing here, we're working with tarot cards to be able to practice bringing forth inspiration, to be able to practice bringing forth messages from consciousness, from the universe, to be able to help assist us on our journey of spiritual evolution, to be able to help assist us on our journey of accelerating the shift in consciousness. We're not just doing tarot readings here. We're coming together as a community. We're coming together as a team. This is a really, really fun thing that we do. We've been doing these for quite some time. If it's your first time tuned in, go ahead and drop a 333 in the chat. And once we have 10 people tuned in on YouTube, then we will get right into our first reading using the Ananda Tarot deck. And I'm really excited because I have two new decks that I picked up the other day that I want to be able to use during this broadcast. And we're going to get into those decks as we move through this. We'll be inviting people to the Patreon, and I'll give you a little bit more of the details on that. But again, for those of you tuned in on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in for our mini game on the YouTube. And the way how we're going to do this is when we do these readings, these are collective readings. These are collective team readings. So what this means is that this isn't just for like one individual person. Every reading that we do is for whoever happens to be tuned in. So this is a really, really powerful way for us to be able to use the tarot cards. And what we do is we do a little bit of a mini game. And we do the mini game to be able to choose who's going to facilitate the first reading. And I'll explain to you what the mini game is, but the mini game is only available for people in the YouTube channel, in the YouTube chat. So for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile, and then it will tell you like live now on YouTube for the tarot reading. Click that, join in on YouTube. It'll only take you 2 seconds. You guys got time. And once we got 10 people tuned in on YouTube, we'll get right into our first reading. And we're just about there. So I'm going to explain to you how this works. With the mini game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a bracket. I'm going to pick a number and I'm going to give you a bracket. And what you're going to do is you guys are going to guess what this number is. Don't guess yet. I haven't told you what the bracket is. And then the first person to guess the number is going to be the first person that helps facilitate the first reading. And then from there, we'll keep moving through into additional readings. I'll walk you guys through it, but we collectively do like a group meditation. And as we do that group meditation, we're collectively setting the intention, show us what we need to see. And we being the collective, we being the individual, we being the team. Again, this is more than just tarot. This is us building a team of shifters, people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. So if that's something that you're interested in, you're in the right spot, because we got an awesome community here. And again, as we get people all situated on YouTube, we're going to get right into this first reading. So if you guys are ready, go ahead, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube if you're still on TikTok. And we're going to get right into the mini game for our first reading. As we do this, we're going to get into our first reading, and then from there, we'll continue to do additional readings and inviting people to be able to join on Patreon. Patreon, you can see down in the information below, is a website where you can support the work that I do and the community with a monthly contribution. And when you join at the $11 a month level, you can join as a leading member in our community, and that gives you access to exclusive benefits within our community to support you as a conscious creator. I've been creating conscious media for over 10 years, and I'm really passionate about helping support other people in developing their skills as conscious media creators. And so if that's something you're interested in, definitely check out the Patreon. Post a link for that in the info for the chat. You can also find it in the YouTube info, and also the link in my profile for those of you still on TikTok and Instagram. And we'll go through the details on that a little bit as we move through this, but let's work on getting our first Patreon sign up by 4 p.m. And then the next person who signs up on Patreon will also help facilitate the next reading. And the way how it works is when that person signs up, you guys will also get to choose from one of the additional decks. And this is what I was explaining. We're going to get right into this first reading in a second. We are using the Ananda Tarot deck for our first reading. Once we have people sign up on Patreon, you can choose to use the Lightworker Oracle deck or these brand new decks that I literally just got yesterday that we haven't even used yet. the Sacred Spirit deck or the Hero's Journey deck. So it's really, really cool to be able to use those. So we're working towards getting our first Patreon sign-up. If you're thinking of signing up for the Patreon as we're doing this broadcast, do me a favor, drop a 555 in the chat. And if you're brand new, you're also welcome to connect to our team chat in our Discord server. Again, we got a really, really amazing community here of conscious creators and leaders. So thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in and for being here and for hanging out with the team. For those of you on TikTok, if it's your first time here, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. And again, these are collective readings. So with that said, let's get right into our first reading. I'm going to pick the number. Once I tell you the bracket, you guys are welcome to be able to leave your guesses in the chat. These are the rules. 3 guesses each and 1 guess at a time. And the first person who gets it is the first person that's going to help facilitate the first reading. If you're new, like you'll get a feel for it. You'll understand what we're doing as we move through this. But again, the guesses only work for those of you who are tuned in on YouTube, because that's where the chat's like synchronized that way. That way, so it's fair for everybody to be able to guess in the same like synchronized chat. So again, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, if you guys want to take part in the mini game for our first reading, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube, and you got like 1 minute to be able to do that right now. Welcome again to those of you who are new. Welcome to the Sunsin. Welcome to Sheila. Welcome back, Sheila. Welcome to Rose. Welcome to Darian. Welcome to Angie as well. And again, let's get right into this first reading. Thank you guys for allowing me to introduce things. This is like a regular routine that we do because there's always new people. And again, we're gonna work on reaching 196 during this broadcast. Let's aim for that. So again, if you guys are interested in signing up for the Patreon, you can do that now. But let's focus on our first reading. Let me pick the number. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, I got the number. Okay, I'm going to tell you the bracket. Once I tell you the bracket, you guys can leave your guesses. 3 guesses each, 1 guess at a time. Don't spam it all at once. First person to get the number is the person that's going to help facilitate the first reading. And again, these are team readings, so it's like readings for everyone. So it's not just one person gets a reading. If you're tuned in, these readings are for you. And again, the intention of these readings, they're not like psychic readings, they're not fortune telling. It's using the cards for us to be able to, for them to be able to serve as a mirror, for us to be able to see more of ourselves and to be able to help assist each other through messages of inspiration and clarity and motivation, to support each other as a global team of shifters, people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. Here comes the mini game. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube to be able to take part in the mini game. The bracket is, once I tell you the bracket, you can start leaving your guesses. Between 200 and 230. The bracket for the guessing of the number is between 200 and 230. Leave your guesses in the YouTube chat now. 1 guess at a time, 3 guesses each. First person to get it will be the first person that's going to help facilitate this first reading. And again, if you're here for the first time, you'll get a feel for it. We've done plenty of readings. We've done plenty of broadcasts like this. So yeah, it's a really, really fun way for us to be able to do this. And again, there's a bit of a delay on the YouTube chat. So as the numbers start coming in, I'll do like my announcer voice thing. It's like an auctioneer voice thing. Again, guesses only count if you guys are tuned in on YouTube. And here come the guesses. We've got Colonel coming out with 222 and Raja dropping in with a 213. And right behind Raja, we've got Pisces dropping in with a 205. And we've got guesses coming in also right behind them with Darian dropping in a 211. Oh, and Darian gets it. It's a quick victory out of the gate on this one. Darian gets it with 211. That's what it was. There was 211. Darian got it. Sometimes those good job, everyone. You guys can ease up on the guesses. Sometimes those take a while. That was actually a good one. Good job, Darian. You tapped into your psychic potential there to be able to get this. So everybody here, let's give a nice round of applause and congratulations to Darian. Darian, go ahead. Let us know if you're ready, and let's get right into this first reading. Again, if you guys are here, thank you. Allow this to be an opportunity for you to be able to receive messages that are going to speak and inspire parts of your soul. And again, this is more than just tarot. This is about us building a team. We got a really, really amazing community here. This is a community of people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness, and in particular, people who are also conscious media creators. So it's really, really, really cool. All right, Darian, go ahead and let us know that you're ready. Yeah, that was a close one. Sometimes, honestly, it takes we're here for like 5 minutes. We're just like, oh man, this is taking a while. But Darian got it on the first guess. So congratulations, Darian. It was 211. And all right, team, let's get ready to move into this first reading. The way how it's going to work, everybody here, I'm going to invite you to join us in doing a little bit of a meditation. We're going to drop ourselves into our heart space. We're going to align with gratitude, just bring gratitude into our heart. Then from there, I'm going to guide everybody through this meditation. It's a quick meditation. Then we're going to focus our intention on the idea of show us what we need to see. We being the collective, we being the team, we being the individual. And then from there, Darian, what you're going to do, I'm going to guide you through this. You're going to listen to your breath. You're going to take a few more breaths, listen to your intuition, and then you're going to type now in the chat. And then when you type now in the chat, that's when I like split the deck and then we pull the card. So it's like a very, very cool like way of being able to work with divination through a YouTube channel. So it's pretty cool. We've been doing this for quite a while. So all right, team, let's get ready to get into this first reading, and we'll keep an eye on for that first Patreon sign up. Again, as we do this first one, the next one, as we have people sign up for the Patreon, you'll get to help facilitate the next reading. Plus, like I said, you'll get to choose from the additional decks, either the Lightworker Oracle deck, which is dope, or please choose one of our new decks, the Hero's Journey or Sacred Spirit. So we got lots of cool decks to be able to choose from here. And for starters, we're going to start with the Ananda Tarot deck. Thank you again, everyone. And for everybody here, let's get ready to drop into this little meditation. If you're ready to sign up for the Patreon, contributions only processed on the first of each month. Joining as a leading member is a super, super cool investment for yourself to be able to be in a space of really, really powerful, supportive community. And if you're thinking of signing up for the Patreon, do me a favor, drop a 555 in the chat, and we'll keep an eye on that as we move through this. So let's focus on that first reading. Darian, you're ready. For everybody here, join us in this little meditation. For those of you on TikTok or Instagram, go ahead and click the link in my profile to join in with the rest of the primary team chat on YouTube. So yeah, let's crack open those new decks. Like I used it last night with my girlfriend once, but other than that, like I haven't like fully delved into it. So, oh man, it feels like it's like a birthday present or something like that. All right, team, let's get ready to go into this first reading. Here we go. So Darian, follow my lead. Everybody here, join us in this little meditation, collectively focusing our intention. Allow us to just be able to focus here, and we're just going to shift it up. Follow my lead. Gently close your eyes and begin bring awareness to your breath. Straighten up your posture, open up your shoulders, open up your chest, relax your face. For everybody here, just continuing to breathe, and as you breathe, Darian and everybody here, gently just bringing yourself into this space of gratitude. Gratitude for the messages we are about to receive, gratitude for this sacred space, gratitude for the team, gratitude for yourself. Darian and everybody, focusing on this meditation, just holding that gratitude in your heart. We're going to focus our attention on the intention, show us what we need to see. We being the collective, we being the individual, we being the team. This beautiful team of shifters, light guardians, people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. Continuing to focus on this intention, show us what we need to see. Darian, and for everybody, speak this intention with your heart, speak it with your mind, speak it with your words, speak it with your soul. Darian, take a few more breaths here, and when you are ready, listen to your intuition and then type now into the chat and we'll pull the card. For everybody else, go ahead, focusing on this intention, open up your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you, and type your wizard noises in the chat. For those of you who are regulars, please feel free to show them what we mean when we say type your wizard noises in the chat. So, all right, here we go, team. All right, bringing in the wizard noises. Here we go. And oh, my friends, what a joy it truly is to be in this place as we continue to unlock more of this bliss, as we step into this new realm of ages, as we continue to awaken our power as sages. For now is the time for us to shine our light for the land. For now is the time for us to take flight where we stand. For as we continue to rise up to new heights, we will continue to shine our light within the depths of this dark night. For we are magicians here to do what is right. For we are here to change this world with the power of our might. And so as we stand in this place with magic in our hands and magic in our hearts, we will show others what it means to change this land. Kaboosh, kaboosh, zoo, 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 vroom, 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 vroom. Nice wizard noises. La, 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 mwah, whoosh, whoosh, woo, 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 woo. Good wizard noises, guys. You guys are getting pretty good at this. Woo, 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 woo. And so as we breathe with gratitude in our heart, we shall open our minds to see what message will come through within the magic of these cards. Breathing here just one more moment. And as we hold space for this opportunity to see what is on the horizon, we will allow ourselves to see that we are constantly rising. As Darian types now into the chat, in any second we shall pull the card and see what message the universe has and bring forth these lessons. Shazam, zam, zoom, zoom, voom, voom, zoo, 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 zoo. Good, man, you guys are getting really good at these noises, like seriously. Very phonetic. Now, says Darian, as we split the deck, and we will see what message the universe has. Beautiful. All right. Okay, team. Let's take a look. What do we got? First card of today's broadcast. A little afternoon tarot with the team. The first. Oh, holy shit! This is a great card. This is a great card to be able to receive off the start. Do you guys want to guess what card it is? Go. I'll give you 2 seconds. This is like psychic training here. 2 seconds to be able to guess the card. Like seriously, like I'm not trying to fool you or anything like that. I want you to try and like guess the card. Like this isn't a joke or anything. Like I'm quite serious that you would be able to guess this card. Like I'm not trying to like put on a show or anything like that. Like I'm 100% certain that you'd be able to like dance your way into being able to guess this card, because you can see through the illusions, if you know what I mean. If you were paying attention, that was like 5 hints in a row that I just said there. So give it 2 seconds if you'll be able to guess. And the card is card number 0. Well, it's kind of 0. Is it 0? It's either 0 or 22. The Fool card. We got the Fool card. First card to start off with. What a card to be able to start off with. Okay, let's dive into this one a little bit deeper. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Again, if you were tuned in, this message is for you. And the way how we're going to do this, we're going to go over like the details of the card. And then from there, I'm going to read from the deck. And then from there, I'm going to kind of like channel additional inspiration, additional inspirational messages. And then from there, we're just going to continue to talk about it for a little bit more. Yeah, it's weird. Like the Fool card is so, like, it's trippy, right? Like it literally says here, card number 22, but in the book, it's card number 0. Like there is no card 22 in the book. You try and look it up and there is no, like I literally just did that. I'm like, what? Like there is no card 22. And then you realize the Fool's actually on 0. Dude, oh my God. Okay, this card is like one of the more detailed cards. So this is like this one's gonna take a while to get through, but it's good. All right, team, let's get through this. Did anybody guess it? Did anybody guess Fool? Some of you guessed. Pisces almost guessed it. You almost guessed it. It looks like someone guessed it on TikTok. Good job, Rays. All right, team, let's get ready to move into this and let's work on getting that first Patreon sign up. As we do this, the next person that will help facilitate the reading will be the next person who signs up on the Patreon. And again, it only takes 5 minutes to sign up on Patreon. And when you join on Patreon, you can join to be able to get discounts for our super cool items such as our Light Guardian crystals, which I hand make, and our buttons, but that's just part of it. Again, when you join on the Patreon, you can join as a leading member within our community, and that gives you access to joining our collaborative workspaces for conscious creators, access to me as a conscious media creation coach, which is worth like over $200 a month, access to being able to join our on-air team podcast that we do every Thursday, and also to be able to just like be in this regular flow of a really, really powerful community. Join on the Patreon in the same way you would join at a gym or buy healthy food. Do it as an investment for yourself, and because you resonate with my work. Like if you don't resonate with my work, like don't sign up. Like we want you to sign up because we want it to be something that you resonate with, and this is a very particular signal we're putting out. So this is an invitation. So let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up as we work our way towards 196. Let's see. I want to reach that goal during this broadcast. We're gonna do it. So let's dive into this card. And if you're ready to sign up for the Patreon, do me a favor, drop a 555 in the comments. Links up top on YouTube, in the button on desktop, down below, and links in my profile. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, do me a favor, click the link in my profile, tune in on YouTube. We got a dope team here. Like seriously, like I've been facilitating community for 10 years, and this is like the last 5 months have been the most exciting months so far. So let's do what we can to support each other as a team. And again, if you are here, this message is for you. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. For those of you on TikTok, do me a favor, click the link in my profile, join in on YouTube, and yeah, just make sure you're subscribed there, but it's also to join the team chat and everything like that. And we also have the Discord server. And if you join the Discord server, I'll just explain this real quick. Anybody can join the Discord server. That'll give you access to like the public space. And then if you join as a leading member, that'll give you full access to the space. So if you just want to scope things out, join the Discord server. Okay, let's focus on this card, dive into it, and let's keep an eye open for that first Patreon sign up. Here we go. Fool card. Looking at the image here, this is why, for those of you on TikTok, click the link in my profile, tune in on YouTube, because it's hard for me to show the camera like to both cards. Like I'm talking to my webcam right now, but for those of you on TikTok, I'll try and show it to you too. Okay. Looking at this card here, what do we got? So this is the image of a fool. So it's kind of like a classic like 3D rendering image, which I just find kind of like interesting in itself. Not that that's like a huge part of it, but it's like kind of like this like old 3D model that you would get as like something from like a 3D graphics program back in like 2001. But you can see it's like this character who's wearing these like striped leggings, which are super cute, if I must say. And they got kind of like this like star outfit and kind of like this clown face. Again, they're dressed kind of like the Joker, like the Fool, like that style of archetype. But the main thing here is that they're like playing with the earth as if it's a ball. Like they're kind of like playing with it. You know, what was it, Alan Watts who says that? It's like, and then reality was like, here, have a ball, and it like gave us the earth or something. Alan Watts talks about that. And you can see there's also like little like bubbles here, and they're floating in the sky. Like they're literally floating in the sky, which is pretty interesting. So again, that's just a literal explanation of the card. And now let's dive a little bit further. If you're here, this message is for you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being part of the team. Sean, seeing your 555 in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's work on reaching that next Patreon sign up in 196 today. You guys are amazing. Our goal is to reach 200 by the end of the month. I'm here to provide value, to inspire you, to hype people up, to build the team, and to be able to just like build and hang out with each other. That's what we're doing. So, all right, here we go. If you're here, this message is for you. I'm going to use my wizard voice. Here we go. Listen with your heart. Just kind of meditate as I'm listening. Here we go. The Fool, card number 0. The image. Without any ground beneath his feet and supported only by soap bubbles coming from his head, a jester dances and plays with the earth out in space. As I'm reading through this, if anything I say resonates or anything you hear resonates, drop an 1111 in the chat, and then also write out affirmations. And the affirmations are related to the messages that are come through with this card. And the affirmation is going to be a way for you to show your body that you were listening. It helps you embody lesson. For those of you who are regulars, show them what we mean when we say write out affirmations. Okay, here we go. Meaning. The connections between Neptune, Uranus, and the sign of Pisces point to one of the most delicate of all forms of existence. Neptune, as ruler of Pisces, shows himself here in his purest form. Like Pisces, Uranus, and Neptune symbolize Did you guys hear that lightning? The fools are dancing. That's like there's big lightning outside. Anyways, Pisces, like Pisces, Uranus and Neptune symbolize immaterial aspects of being. In the astrological sense, Pisces closes the zodiac by stepping over the threshold from life to death, and also from the unborn to new life, and symbolizes, like the Fool, the world of the soul. Like the child in the mother's womb, the soul rocks in its cosmic placenta, in the ultimate trust in God as a single recognizable form of existence. In a state between consciousness and unconscious, the planet Neptune carries, like the unborn being, the plan of life within itself, like the blueprint of genetic pattern. If you're listening to this and you're just like, I don't understand what this means yet, like, it's okay. We're gonna like explain it as we move through it in detail. Like, some of the stuff in here may sound like jargon because it's like a little bit more detailed, but that's okay. Don't worry, we're here to explain. For those of you who are already signed up on Patreon, do me a favor. Can you guys just like hype up the Patreon in the chat and like let people know why you joined and why you enjoy joining, and just invite people to join on Patreon? We'll keep an eye open for that sign up as we go. This one's a long one. Like this is going to take this reading is going to take a while. Here we go. While Neptune in its passive nature is unintentional, Uranus, when its active nature carries the impulse for realization or fulfillment. If it were ever possible to sum up the aspects of a constellation, the image would come to mind of a carefree child who, in a playful manner, curiously makes his way discovering new things. This would come pretty close to describing that essence. In the handing down of the traditional tarot, the Fool is generally depicted wandering just at the edge of... Can you guys hear that lightning? Thunder? Can you hear that? Drop a 222 in the chat if you can hear the thunder. I don't know if you can. It might not pick it up on the mic. In the handing down of the traditional tarot, the Fool is generally depicted wandering just at the edge of the abyss. In truth, though, he is already one step ahead. He is not worried at all by the law of gravity or by any other boundaries or limitations. Whatever form it may take, for him they are all simply powerless, at least in his fantasy, and with that he is richly blessed. So he dances between heaven and earth, without really being at home in this world, learns through trial and error, and lives in the moment, carefree with a lightness taken for granted. He plays his game. It should be noted that his ball is none other than earth itself. Not that he has delusions of grandeur or is too enamored of himself. No, for him it is simply that nothing is impossible. Reread that again. For him it is simply that nothing is impossible. As the naive nature of a child believes that every object has a soul, he also naturally connects to every living thing. The fool is the joker of the tarot. Through the strength of his imagination, although the realistic self-assessment, he is truly able to realize his dreams. Special abilities and varied talents, which may often be artistic or inventive, find their natural expression here. Often he jumps... that thunders, like it's like it's giving me like activation sensations. I can feel the air right now. Often he jumps far ahead in his thoughts, though which the translation of his ideas has an individual stamp. Every one of us carries the fool within. Indeed, the childish, naive nature is usually buried in the deepest layers of our being, covered over with the worries and necessities of everyday life. In the major arcana, the fool has an important key function. He moves between the end, the universe, and the beginning, the magician. In that way, he is a link and closes a circle between the original action and the resulting effect. In the greater definition, we find here the soul in its pure, formless form. That substance, which is untouched by the birth and death of the body, holds a chain of reincarnation together like a thread. The essence of our being is the silent witness in us, and it makes us capable of unconditionally watching and evaluating our experiences. Still got a bit more to go. Like, honestly, this is like the longest. This card has the longest description, but we're almost through it. Here we go. You guys are doing great. Thank you for pumping things up in the chat. I love you guys so much. Just a reminder, for those of you on TikTok or Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. All right, okay. As the young soul learns from trial and error, the ripe soul carries with the sum of all experience from previous lives. Both have the freedom of choice to choose. The thunder, man. Both have the freedom of choice to choose the direction in which they go. Also, they recognize that they bear the consequences for the choice they make. Here, the fool is standing at the threshold between worlds, where the boundaries are fluid. One of the main characteristics of the fool is unintentionality. To make a conscious decision, he needs the ability of the magician, the first card of the tarot. At this point, the subtle world of the fool becomes a little more transparent. In the abstract sense, it is a casual tangle of thoughts and possibilities that can be summed up as an idea of vision only in its wholeness, and like an unborn child dreams a dream of its own existence in order to finally make it real. The fool symbolizes the unrealized divine essence in all of us. Reread that. The fool symbolizes the unrealized divine essence in all of us. Yo, guys, we just got 2 new Patreon signups. You guys are amazing. We're going to keep rolling through this. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Sean and Yvonne. As I'm keep reading this, guys, go ahead. Give a nice warm thank you to Sean and Yvonne for both joining at the leading member level on Patreon. You guys are awesome. All right, going to keep rolling through this, and then we can get right into the next reading. I'm not rushing this. I'm going to give you guys, like, deep substance here. The fool accompanies us through the entire world of the tarot, similar to the way the plan of our soul weaves like an invisible thread through our life. The quiet voice of our soul often signals us to realize an ideal, in spite of our rational senses. However, these ideals may be, however high these ideals may be, we are challenged to realize them at least in ourselves. In view of the many obstacles that can stand in our way on this material plane until the realization of these goals occurs, we do have the possibility of drawing from the depths of our soul at any time. In the consciousness of immortality of our soul, the fool leads us to the center of actual being, in which we find necessary optimism as well as a certain distance to the world of illusion. We're almost done. He indicates to us to take advantage of our personal freedom in order to develop our original being. I'm going to reread that part. He indicates to us to take advantage of our personal freedom in order to develop our personal being. All possibilities are open to this. The Fool card can often point out that certain abilities could be awakened or even made more potent. When the Fool's card is drawn, it opens a variety of possibilities. Astrological significance: Uranus, Neptune, Pisces. Keywords: intuition, carefree, playful, curious, childlike openness, uninhibited, geniality, optimism, connection to the divine, immortality of the soul, richness in idea. Traditional meaning: originality, carelessness, innocence, one with nature, rash positive life view, individuality, naivete. Guys, give me 2 seconds. I just got to move some stuff off my balcony as the rain just starts coming in. Drop those 1111s in the chat where I'm going to go into this in more detail. You guys are awesome. Okay, stand to. I just got to do this. It's a thing. I got to do the thing. Whew. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh man, it's coming down hard. Okay, there we go. All right, team. You guys ready for this? Okay. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper here. Thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in. Sean, Yvonne, thank you guys so much for joining on the Patreon. We're just going to dive a little bit deeper. We'll keep an eye on more Patreon signups, guys. I'll update the graphics in a second after we finish this, but we're just going to go through this. And again, guys, like, we're 2 away from 196. Let's keep reaching that goal for the Patreon. You guys can sign up at any time. Whatever works for you is totally cool. Let's dive a little bit deeper. All right. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, if you guys want to look, if you guys want to join in on, if you guys are going to join in on, words. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to tune in with the rest of the team on YouTube. We got like 1 million people tuned in on YouTube. You guys are awesome. Okay, here we go. Whew. Yo, AJ, thanks for joining in. All right, the Fool. This card is so cool. Like, honestly, this is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. The way that the Fool, the significance of the Fool for me really kind of paints this picture of someone who is kind of the dreamer awakening within the dream. It is one who kind of is aware of the game that we are playing. And since they are aware of the game that we are playing, they are able to play it differently. They are able to play it from a higher degree of consciousness. So as I'm communicating this right now, again, this is me just kind of like channeling creative energy based on my own heart feelings to be able to give you guys more inspiration to help you kind of like see more parts of yourself. But again, as a message from the deck, as a message from the universe, this is a card that's reminding us to really be able to bring back a connection with that childlike awe and that childlike wonder that is inside of us. As like the thunders, like I'm just like laughing. Holy shit. Can you guys hear that? Like if the feed goes off, that's probably because the electricity goes out, just as a heads up. So, okay. All right, okay. Again, like, I don't know, I think it's funny that like we're doing this and then I'm just like laughing at the thunderstorm that's happening outside. That's because like honestly, this is like kind of like as a child you would just like run out there and run into the rain or something like that, right? So again, this card is about being able to tap in with a very, very powerful energy that is inside of us. This is kind of like the awareness of the immortal soul, the awareness of like the basic idea that this reality is a co-created dream. It doesn't mean that it's any less real. If anything, it actually makes it even more magical. So this card is really encouraging us to tap into those parts of our heart that help us connect to the magic that we see in the world as a reflection of the magic that is already within us, and then to bring this through into our actions to be able to inspire others others to do the same, to be able to inspire others to be able to tap more into their heart. One of the most important things that we can do right now collectively as individuals in a team to be able to help change this world is to be able to connect with our heart. Yeah, you guys heard that. That was a loud one, right? Like, I know you guys are like, holy cow. So, one of the most important things that we can do right now to be able to change the world is to be able to connect to our heart, because when we connect to our heart, we are connecting with our intuition. And when we are connecting with our intuition, we are kind of connecting to like this higher guidance and will of the universe that kind of enacts through us. So for this card, it's really inviting us to kind of like dissolve aspects of the ego that are kind of preventing us from getting into this very kind of like childlike state of awe and wonder. Because when we are in this childlike state of awe and wonder, we're more receptive, we're more capable of interacting. Things become more malleable, things become more inspiring, things become more playful. So this is a very, very powerful card that if I were to sum up in a very simple way, it would be to focus on becoming carefree without becoming careless, would be the way how I would focus on this. This is a type of card that encourages us to kind of like go out there and connect with nature, go hug a tree, go play with your friends, play and use your imagination, tap into that. This was a part of us that was naturally kind of like present when we were children, but as we get older, we kind of lose it. But when you grow as a person, you actually have the ability to kind of like dissolve aspects of the ego and rebirth this fool archetype within inside of you. And when you do this, you can bring this higher level of consciousness into your creative expressions to be able to share with others in a way that will just kind of like bring forth this constant edge of excitement, this constant just kind of like new way of seeing things, where even the challenges that you meet, you understand that they too are part of the dynamic lessons that are helping you grow, opposed to just kind of being very rigid. This card is encouraging us to be very flexible. It's encouraging us to be very fluid. It's encouraging us to be able to carry with us this sense of optimism by being able to understand that this game is kind of unfolding in a way that is for our best interests. And there may be times where it feels like it's not, but even still, like imagine if you were to combine the knowledge of this even with the knowledge of the dark night of the soul, it would help you kind of bring forth this optimism that even within the challenges, we're still moving through something that is there to help us grow. And so this is a very, very powerful card that really invites us to be able to connect more to the divine through connecting to our heart, through connecting to that childlike nature, and in turn to really be able to begin identifying not just as your physical body, but as a soul that you are in. So for how many people here, if you're aware that you are like an immortal soul here to be able to play within this reality and to co-create this shared dream, drop a 777 in the chat. I just want to give you an invitation to be able to be like, yeah, you know what? I am that. That is what I am, and everything like that. So this is a very powerful card that invites us to be able to become aware of where parts of our life may feel like we're very rigid. We may feel it's just like, no, like I don't do those things anymore. Like I don't run through fields. Running through fields is for sissies or something like that, right? Like, and a lot of people, they go through this, they experience this because it kind of gets conditioned, because we're kind of told that in doing so, you can't become an active member of society. But what this world needs right now, what this society needs right now, are dreamers, are people that are going to change the game, are people that are going to change the game by being able to become aware of the fact that they are playing the game in the first place. A lot of people don't understand this. They don't understand that, like, what this reality is. They don't understand that it literally is this kind of like co-created collective dream. And even if that may sound a little bit confusing to you, the emphasis behind that is understanding that we are dreamers co-creating this dream. And as dreamers, we have the ability to be able to like relate to things and create things with our heart and with our mind in a very, very powerful way that for a lot of us, we were never really taught about. It was there, it was always inside of us, but then we forgot about it. And now we have to kind of unlearn old programming and reconnect into this place of the Fool. And even though the Fool may kind of be this card where it's like, woohoo, like I'm the Fool, woohoo, da-da, ho ho. Apparently it sounds like Mickey Mouse or something like that sometimes. But again, you know, this card is also about being able to balance these energies with also being able to still be responsible, still be someone who's showing up for the things that they need to be able to do. This card isn't just telling us to just like drop all your responsibilities and run away with the circus or something like that. Like, not necessarily, but this card is encouraging us to bring a new perspective into our everyday life, into the little things that are the magic all around us. Start noticing the synchronicities a little bit more. Start looking at the flowers. Start looking at the trees. Start feeling the wind. Start giving yourself permission to laugh a little bit more. Start giving yourself permission to play a little bit more. I feel like we should even just do like a little laughter meditation after this. if you guys want to do a quick little laughter meditation, do me a favor, drop a 888 in the chat, just to, because a lot of you here are regulars and you're like, yo, let's do the laughter meditation, because I feel like that's like a big part of this. And for me, like, this is an energy that I definitely resonate with. You guys will see this even within like a lot of what I do, where it's like, yo, like, I'm talking here about helping shift consciousness, and this is like serious stuff. This is about being able to change the world. And yet for me, as an example, so that you can see this within yourself, that's why I'm telling me, so you can see me within you. As I'm doing it in a way that is both serious yet also playful. And when you bring in this playfulness, you also bring in this ability for people to be able to feel invited into what it is that you're doing. Can reality be playful? Can spirituality be playful and still be serious and still be responsible and still be stoic and still be, again, something that is with the bigger vision in mind, yet still being very present in the moment? We're going to wrap it up here just for a little bit, because I feel like I could talk about this card forever, and we're going to do a laughter meditation after this. But again, this is a card that really reminds us to be able to connect with nature, to learn from nature. If you feel like you need to be able to bring in more of a connection with this energy within yourself, go spend time in nature. Go spend time, like, you know, like connecting with, like, you know, like other people who are on this shared vibration, where you can dance and you can play and you can get silly. Honestly, for those of you who feel like you want to connect more with this energy, yo, Millie, thank you for joining in. I can see your comments there real quick. For those of you who want to feel like you're connecting, you can want to connect more with this energy, I highly invite you to be able to join into our team meditations. And we do these Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I lead Monday and Friday, and then other leading members lead Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and those links are through the Discord chat, which is why I would also invite you to join our Discord chat. Links in the YouTube info and my profile link on TikTok and Instagram. But even when we do those meditations, for those of you who are regulars, you guys know this. We're like, yo, like, we're here to like level up, but we're also smiling and we're laughing and we're playing, and that playfulness just brings this new way for us to be able to be open to learning and be open to being able to go with the waves. You can't change the ocean, but you can learn how to surf. And when you begin to adapt the energies of the Fool, it's going to help you surf these waves in a much more optimistic, playful way, which again is going to help you connect with a deeper richness of life. Things don't suddenly become as bleak. Things actually become this rich, dynamic story, this rich, enlightening story, where not only are you the Fool, but you are kind of like Neo awakening within the Matrix, right? Like, that's kind of like in a sense, Neo is kind of like the archetype of the Fool at some point within the story as Neo begins to awaken. And then when Neo begins to awaken, he can begin manipulating and bending and interacting with reality on a different level. So as we tap into the archetype of the Fool, we're also tapping into our ability as the awakened dreamer, the lucidity, the lucid dreamer, the lucid awareness. And we can do this to be able to create, not from a place of ego, but from a place of heart, to be able to serve others and invite others into, again, this kind of like carefreeness without being careless at the same time. So how can we change the world, show up for each other as a community, create awesome things, create art, show up for ourselves, level ourselves up, and do it in a way that can still be playful? We're doing it right now. Like, this is literally an example of us kind of embodying this energy. And I invite you to just kind of like receive this energy as well, and let this powerful card be a reminder and invitation that if you feel that you maybe need to focus a little bit more on connecting more with that childlike energy, that carefree energy, that awe and wonder inside of us, this is an invitation to be able to be like, oh, okay, sweet, maybe I should do that. What can I do? Honestly, go buy a broomstick and start spinning bow staff. Go do games, go play, go connect with the art of play. Bring movement, and as you do, you'll begin to kind of like dissolve the ego. It's simple things. Practice expressing yourself, and most importantly, surround yourself with community of other people who are doing the same, other people who resonate within this energy, because that is incredibly important. You want to be surrounded by people who are going to encourage you to express your unique playfulness, opposed to shutting it down. Because if you're constantly being shut down, then that's going to be a hard way to just continue to grow it. But when you're around people that celebrate your unique creative expression, your unique expression of conscious source, of conscious creativity, that's powerful. And again, this is exactly what we're building with our team here. Like, this is exactly, again, like when you're joining on the Patreon, when you're connecting to our team chat and stuff like that, you are joining a community of people that are here to help you ignite the Fool archetype within you, as well as all the other archetypes. And that's the thing with tarot. And I'm just going to wrap this up here. All of these archetypes within tarot, they're all inside of us. we just become more aware of them at different points throughout our journey. At different points, you may be like, okay, today I'm going to be focusing more on the Emperor energy. And then another day, it's like, okay, now I'm more of the Hierophant energy. But you can tap into these energies at any time and to know that they're there. So there will be certain times where it's just like, yeah, okay, reminding myself of that Fool energy. Okay, let's like try to take things a little bit more carefree while still being responsible, bring a little bit more creativity, open up this channel and allow this expression to kind of come through me. And as I do that, I'm connecting with my heart space and I allow the intuition to guide me through this process. Like I said, one of the most important things that we can do right now to help change the world is to be able to help lead people back to the wisdom of their own heart. When we do that, that literally brings forth the intuition, and the intuition is kind of like this higher consciousness that guides us where we need to go. And as we do that, it connects us to our power as dreamers awakening within a dream, as the Fool. So powerful play and connecting with that, again, that childlike openness and wonder to be able to bring more creativity and expression into the world. Seeing things in a brighter light, seeing things in a way that is like exciting and optimistic and an opportunity for us to grow and learn. This reality is an incredibly, incredibly special reality. Like, this is an opportunity. Allow yourself to be able to be in this place where you can play with this reality. Like, this again, think of it as like a game or something. And now you know that you're playing. Now you can start to play it a little bit differently. So the Fool, the one who is aware of the game that they are playing, opposed to being stuck in the game without being aware, and then plays the game differently from a higher level of consciousness. Drop an 1111 if you resonate with this in the chat. Drop some affirmations related to the message of this card. We're going to take a moment here, and then we're going to get right into the next reading for Yvonne. And Yvonne, let me know if you're ready. So write out an affirmation in the chat. Affirmation for me. I commit myself to honoring the childlike creative energy within me to be able to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe as I give myself permission to play while inviting and inspiring others to do the same as we continue to change the world and open more hearts together. There, that's a long affirmation. Go ahead, write an affirmation down in the chat. And as you do this, as you write out an affirmation, that will be like a way for like your body to tell your mind that you were listening, and it'll help you like prove to yourself that you just received this message and be like, okay, maybe later today I'm going to practice dancing a little bit more. Maybe a little bit later I'm going to practice going back and like doing poetry, practice tapping into that creativity, practice kind of like seeing things from this new kind of energy. Maybe I'm going to connect with the team. Maybe I'm going to join on the Patreon and invest in myself that way and surround myself with other people who are here to support that energy. So super, super powerful card. I'll read those affirmations on air once you guys write those in the chat. For those of you on TikTok, I can't read all the comments. If you guys are tuned in on TikTok, click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube, and then I can see your comments properly. And the link is in my profile. So I can see a few people forever. I can see Mel. Again, I can't go back and read you guys' comments right now because things are, we're moving fast right now. But click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube. Shannon says, I'm going to start practicing jumping off stairs again. Careful, Shannon. Shannon's talking about levitating off stairs. Please, Shannon, just be safe. Be safe. Start at the first step. Divine Being says, I allow myself to love, play, heal my inner being. I allow my heart to spread, to continue to guide me. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Wonderful said. Rose, I give myself permission to play and stress less while releasing and trusting more. Beautiful, beautiful. Good job. Donald, I give myself freedom of self-expression to help awaken the mass consciousness of humanity. Well said, Donald. Thank you for sharing. Yvonne says, I am ready to embrace my inner child and play more. Beautiful. Well said, everyone. Awesome. All right. Okay. Let's do a quick little laughter meditation, and then we're going to get right into Yvonne's reading. Again, like Yvonne's going to help facilitate the readings for everyone, and then Sean, and then we'll get into your readings. You guys literally signed up like just like a minute apart from each other. So thank you again to Yvonne and Sean, and I'll update the graphic on air, and let's do a quick little laughter practice meditation to practice tapping into this Fool-like energy. And this is something that we do during our morning meditations, which is like really fun. So, all right. Don't do this if like someone's sleeping in your house right now. You might wake them up. So, okay guys, what we're going to do here, follow my lead. This is called laughter practice meditation, laughter yoga. What we're going to do, and I'll read more affirmations in a second. We're going to take a nice deep inhale and then a nice soft exhale through the mouth. Get as much oxygen as possible. Then we're going to take another big inhale, and then on the exhale, we're going to focus on the ha sound. So it's going to sound like this. It's going to go ha, ha, ha. And then as you do the ha sound, the exhale, the inhale will naturally happen. And then that ha sound naturally evolves into a cascading laugh. And allow yourself to kind of dissolve your ego as you do this. Simply laugh purely for the sake of being present in this moment, not because it's like, because I told you a stupid joke or something like that. But just allow yourself to practice this. And even if you don't laugh, that's totally fine. Just allow yourself to smile. And by you just kind of being here, by me doing it, it will help you trigger it. So if you guys are ready for a laughter practice meditation, go ahead, drop a 777 in the chat. Okay, here we go. I'm like already like hyped up. I can't stop smiling. You guys just make me happy. This is a great, I love the community here. You guys, this is fun. Okay, here we go, guys. All right, put your hands somewhere comfortable. Just take a couple breaths here. Deep inhale together. Nice soft exhale. Another deep inhale together. Nice soft exhale. Follow my lead. Deep inhale together. The sound ha. Ha, 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 Try and get the wheeze laugh going. The one where it's like Three, two, one. Breathe, relax. Whew. Optional one to do once more. Go ahead, keep breathing here, and then we'll just take a minute to chill out. You guys are funny. Okay, here we go. One more together. Deep inhale. Nice soft exhale. Deep inhale again. Focus on the exhale. Ha. Ha, 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 ha. Try and get those weird laughs in there. Get like a dolphin laugh in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big exhale, relax. Keep your eyes open if you're a little bit dizzy. If you want to, go ahead, close them right now for a second. Take a few more breaths here, and I want you guys to just take a moment as we just do this little micro meditation. As you breathe here, in one word, how are you feeling? In one word, and then I want you to write that word in the chat. Just take a moment here, no rush. You can just keep a little soft smile on your face if you want. Just stay here just for a few more moments. Just breathe, no rush. Feel that energy. Nice little exhale, bit of a sigh on the release. Gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Awesome. Go ahead, in one word, how do you guys feel after that? My word was happy. That's it. That's the word that I chose. Just happy. So awesome. Rose saying blissful. Yvonne, amazing. Sean, ecstatic. Beautiful. Well job, everyone. Divine being, exquisite. Shannon saying release. Yeah, I love the idea that divine beings, like, it's like my cat is just like, yeah, if you guys ever do this and your cat's in the room, the cats are always just immediately just like that's the reaction of the cat, like. So just be aware. All right, other words, fantastic, says Mothman. Focused yet open, says Sheila. Ooh, very cool. Heba says relief. Welcome, Heba. Thank you so much for joining in. Heba, I know you were joined in. If Heba, if you were the one that joined on the Patreon not too long ago, please go ahead and let me know if that was you. Just confirming. And okay, team. Good job, everyone. Let's get ready to move into the next reading. Again, as we do this, I'm going to update the on-screen graphics. Thank you again to Sean and Yvonne. Guys, go ahead if you haven't yet. Give a nice thank you to Sean and Yvonne in the chat. If you guys are tuned in on Instagram or TikTok, do not only me a favor, but do yourself a favor and click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube, unless for whatever reason you're unable to do that, like if you don't have the YouTube app. But you can join in on desktop at Skull Babylon. You can see us live there. And join in with the rest of the team when you do that. All right, so just adding the information on screen so you can see Sean and Yvonne's name on screen there. Awesome. Heba, thank you for joining in. And thank you, Heba. And let's give a nice belated thank you to Heba. Heba also signed up for the Patreon a little while ago, not too long ago, but thank you, Heba, as well. All right, team, we're going to move through these next readings. Let's work on reaching 196 on the Patreon. We did have two signups back to back. We're going to get right into the next one. Yvonne's going to help facilitate it. And we're focusing on the next sign up. Let's say by like, what do you guys think? Like 450 within a half an hour if we can get another sign up. And then that'll be like one away from 196. And again, our goal, my job is to reach 200 by the end of the month. And again, guys, it's not just like, oh, let's just like, support Brendan. Like, no, this is supporting me and supporting the community and also supporting you. Because when you join on the Patreon, I want you to do it in a way where it's like you saying like, fuck yes. Like, yes, this community is something I resonate with. I want to surround myself with a team of awesome people. I want to be a part of something that has a lot of momentum and deep roots to it. And I want to be able to invest in myself. And again, when you join on the Patreon, you can join and literally just not be involved as a leading member. That's okay. But if you want to be involved as a leading member, that's like our benefits that are there specifically to support conscious creators and leaders. So I've been creating conscious media for over 10 years. And I'm here to be able to help support other people in developing their skills as conscious media creators. Joining on the Patreon only takes 5 minutes. Contributions processed on the first of each month. And when you join, you can get discounts for our item shop, access to our private community team space, access to our community work periods for conscious creators, join our on-air team podcast, have access to me as a conscious media creation coach, which is worth like $200 a month in itself. And lots more amazing stuff still to come. Oh, and you can also get access to my secret videos, including my 5 gram mushroom video. So if you guys want to watch a video of me on 5 grams of mushrooms that's 3 hours long, where I just say the craziest shit that will probably blow your mind, go ahead and sign up for the Patreon. So, all right, team. Yvonne, thank you so much. I know there are a couple affirmations up there in the chat. Sean says, I allow myself to be able to hold space for others to open their expression through their heart. Beautiful. Well said. Sheila says, I am open to growth. Beautiful. All right. Hey, Kat, thanks for joining in. All right, for those of you on TikTok and Instagram, if you guys want to click the link in my profile, you can join in with the rest of the team on YouTube. We got like 5 million people tuned in on YouTube right now. We're going to get right into our next reading. Yvonne's going to help facilitate this, and then we'll get into the next reading for Sean. Now, Yvonne, this is the exciting part. You're the first person that's going to get to choose from one of our new decks if you want. So you have an option, Yvonne. You can either choose... we have more decks now. The Ananda Tarot deck, that's what we just did. You can choose the Lightworker Oracle deck, which is one that we use quite often, which I would still recommend. This one's really dope. Or you can choose one of our newest decks, the Hero's Journey deck or the Sacred Spirit deck. So, whichever one you would like to choose from, go ahead and let us know. Sacred Spirit, Hero's Journey, Lightworker Oracle or Ananda Tarot deck. I apologize if there's too many choices. I was like, oh, I'll just get one deck, and then I was like, I'll just get 2 decks. So stop me once I reach like too many decks, guys. You guys let me know. Okay, team, thank you again everyone for joining in. Let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up. Like I said, by about 450. If you guys are thinking of signing up for the Patreon either soon or today or in the near future, do me a favor and drop a 555 in the chat. Let me know, and links in my profile link on TikTok and Instagram, and it's in the YouTube info as well. And just gonna take 1 second here. Just gotta restart on Instagram. 2 seconds. Watch as I fold off into infinity. You guys want to see what happens when I open up the gates to infinity real quick? Okay, here it goes. Farewell, my friends. I shall see you in the future. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm back. I don't know, I just like having fun with that. Anyways, all right, Mothman dropping a 555 in the chat. Feeling that, awesome. Yvonne using the Sacred Spirit deck. Okay, all right, here we go. Gonna use the Sacred Spirit deck. So again, I invite everybody to join us. We're gonna do this little meditation. Yvonne, thank you so much for adding your support on the Patreon. Let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up by about 450. Again, it only takes a little bit to sign up. There can never be too many decks. Divine Being also dropping a 555 in the TikTok chat. Again, if you're on TikTok, join in on YouTube, because that's like where like the primary party is. And again, for those of you who are new here, you guys are most welcome to connect to our team chat. That's our Discord server. And when you join there, you can just kind of like see how things work. You can get a feel for things. That will give you more information about the team. And then if you are ready to sign up for the Patreon, you can join on the Patreon and the links through there. And then that will give you full access to everything. So awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate those of you who may be new. If you're new, drop a 333 in the chat. Let me know. All right, okay. And for those of you who are regular Patreon, who are already Patreon supporters, do me a favor and just drop another comment in the chat, just like pumping up the Patreon and welcoming and inviting people and telling them like how dope it is, like this team that we're building. Like it's super cool. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for those of you who are new. Shannon, maybe try watching on a desktop if you can't comment on YouTube. You should be able to. All right, okay. Let's get into this next reading. For everybody here, join us in this little meditation. Yvonne, we're going to guide you through this, and we're going to do like a little bit of meditation where we drop ourselves into heart space of gratitude, focus on the intention, show us what we need to see, and then from there, Yvonne, you're going to take a few breaths, listen to your intuition, and then type now in the chat, and then we'll pull the deck. This is a very, very special deck. Quick note, so this is the Sacred Spirit deck. I just got this one. This is brand new. This is exciting. You guys came at a good time. The artwork in this deck is by Lewis Dyer. Lewis Dyer is actually a friend of ours. Like, he's like a friend of the community. Like, the buttons we have, there's buttons that we have that have his art on it. Like, I've like met him in person and stuff like that. I've known him for years. He's a good buddy. So when I saw this deck with his art, I was like, yo, I gotta get it. So thank you to Lewis Dyer. If you guys want to check out Lewis Dyer, just look it up. Louisdyer. Someone type that. I'll type it into the chat. Lewis Dyer. Seriously, just Google that name on YouTube. Or on Google that Google the name on Google, duh, and you'll see his art. You guys have you've seen his art. Like if you've been on anywhere, you've seen his art. So, okay, here we go, team. Let's get ready to do this. All right, let's focus on this reading. Yvonne, you ready? Give me 2 seconds. I just gotta blow my nose real quick. All right. I'm excited for this reading. Here we go. Okay. All right. Sacred Spirit deck. Here we go. Whew. All right, for everybody here, join us in this little meditation. This is part of the practice. It's like a little collective meditation that we do. Your presence makes a difference here. For everybody, Yvonne, when you're ready, go ahead and just join us. We're going to shift it up here and gently close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, gently begin to bring awareness to your breath. Straighten up your posture, open your chest, relax your face. Breathing here, gently bringing yourself into this space of gratitude. Gratitude for the messages we are about to receive, gratitude for yourself, gratitude for the team, gratitude for the sacred space we have created together. Continuing to hold this gratitude in your heart, everybody meditating right now. Focus your attention on the intention, show us what we need to see. So Yvonne, continue to focus your attention on that intention, show us what we need to see. We being the collective, we being the team, we being the individual. This amazing team of shifters, people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. You are a shifter as much as you choose to be. Continuing to focus on this intention, show us what we need to see. For everybody, speak it with your heart. Speak it with your mind, speak it with your words, speak it with your soul. Breathing here, Yvonne, take a few more breaths, listen to your intuition, focusing on this intention, show us what we need to see. And when you're ready, Yvonne, type now into the chat and we will pull the cards synchronistically. For everybody else, gently open your awareness to the space around you and type your wizard noises in the chat. Here we go. And we're going to charge the deck up a little bit more. And oh, fellow wizards, what an honor it is to be in this place where we can unlock our bliss, because we are here to play, to spread our love through this land. We are here to show others how to rise where they stand. For as we continue to connect with the wisdom of our heart, we will continue to remind others how to do their part. For each and every single one of us carries the gifts that are meant to be shared. For each and every single one of us will show others how to truly care, to be a member of this bigger family, to be a part of this team, to allow ourselves to rise to new levels, oh so pristine. And so as we hold space for this opportunity to work with this deck, we will see what message the universe has. Zoo, zoo, zoo. Drop those wizard noises in the chat. Zav, zoo, zoom, vroom, vroom, vroom. Wizard noises, wizard noises. And the wizard in me sees and honors the wizard within you. And so let us pull forth a card together as we see what is true. Holding this space in this moment, for now is the time. And Yvonne types now into the chat, and we shall see what message the universe has. Is that now, Yvonne? Yvonne, like, I think it's like a typo. I think that's now. LOL now, she says. There we go. I like literally had to wait. Perfect. Thank you, Yvonne, for clarifying that typo. I'm like, is she saying now? Okay. Good wizard noises, everybody. All right, okay, let's see. This is exciting, guys. This is the first time that we are pulling using this deck. So let's see what we got. Da-na-na-na. Ooh, oh. Okay, this is a great card to be able to receive. Well, we asked to be shown what it is we need to see, and the card that we have pulled with Yvonne helping facilitate is card number 2, Ascended Masters. Create open communication. Beautiful. Give me 2 seconds here. We're just going to hold that up so that everybody can see it on all platforms. And then from here, we are going to open up the deck to be able to read a little bit more. And then from there, I'll do some like additional creative channeling just to be able to expand on this message. Oh God, like the books, like it's like, you know that feeling with a book where it's like I don't want to open it too far because it's like still fresh. It's like, like I don't want to like hurt it. Like I just want it to stay new forever. Story of our lives. All right, team, let's visually explain this image again. For those of you on TikTok, we got about 1 million people tuned in on TikTok, and we got about 1 billion people tuned in on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, do me a favor and do yourself a favor and click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube. If you're just tuning in, this is a team reading. These messages are for anybody tuned in. Anybody tuned in. If you are here, this message is for you. And well, it looks like this message is related to the freaking Ascended Masters. So let's read a little bit more together. I'm going to show this to the YouTube camera, but then I'll show it to the TikTok camera as well. But again, go ahead, click the link in my profile, tune in on YouTube. All right. Smell the card? Good idea. It does smell. It has that new deck smell. I forgot to smell it. Thank you, Yvonne. Okay, anyways. I'm glad you guys are having fun. If you guys are having fun, drop an 1111 in the chat. Here we go. Okay, Ascended Masters. Visually explain this card. So again, this is art from our friend Lewis Dyer. Look at this image here. We have this beautiful image of this being kind of like in like ethereal space or like hyperspace or something. And they're gently just kind of there with their hand before them, almost kind of like looking into the depths of the universe in their palm. And they have their eyes closed. And they have like this like very powerful imagery of kind of like a tree fractal kind of expanding from their brow. You can see on TikTok there too. And the colors behind this, you can see it's just like these beautiful soft pinks. Like what is that? Like, I don't know what this pink reminds me of. I think there's like a candy I ate once that was the same color or something. That's like the only thing I can think of. Or like soap maybe. But there's like these beautiful kind of like ripples around it. And you can almost see this kind of like these like almost kind of like scales or feathers on the side. It's kind of hard to see. But again, I'm just explaining it visually right now. And yeah, I love the idea that there's like this little like tree branch fractal coming from their forehead. Beautiful. All right, team. Thank you, Divine, for catching people up who just joined. Okay, let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up as we're doing this. Sean, we're going to get into your reading after this, but let's dive into this one. This one won't take as long as the Fool one, but let's just spend as much time as we need to. If you're here, this message is for you. For those of you on TikTok, click the link in my profile to tune into the broadcast on YouTube. And also, of course, make sure you're subscribed there. And again, let's get that next Patreon sign up when we're ready. And allow yourself to be present. If you are here, this message is for you. Using my wizard voice. Number 2, Ascended Masters. Create open communication with others. Listen objectively. Throughout time, human beings have looked to spiritual teachers, gurus, and philosophers for guidance and wisdom in their everyday lives. Regardless of religious background or affiliation, people gravitate towards those who have achieved levels of ascension on the physical plane. As we're reading this, anything I'm reading, drop a 1111 in the chat if it resonates with you. Once I go through it, we're going to expand on it. Philosophers, ascended masters, spiritual gurus, and leaders enable those seeking wisdom or higher states of well-being and consciousness to connect to something bigger than themselves in this dimensional experience. While there are many ascended masters across the realm of ascension, they are still on differing levels of ascension. These inner planes assist those seeking wisdom, connecting to specific energies such as the light rays. See the 7 rays. That comes up in the Lightworker deck. The 7 rays. That's right. When working with these frequencies or energies, be sure to always invoke or request the aspect that exists 100% pure light frequencies. Ascended masters still exist with a dual polarity and still have specific purposes and functions relating to the earthly realm. Right now, you are required to connect to higher wisdom previously shared with a collective purpose. Daily rituals and routines are essential to establish stability through decision-making processes. Open your mind and vision to signs and symbols from the Ascended Master realm. Many masters are associated with animals and symbols. Pay attention to art and imagery that you may feel emotionally or strongly connected to now, as you are being divinely guided. One second. Excuse me. Be consciously aware that the masters are working behind the scenes in your life to achieve a greater outcome. Karmic planning and your unique energetic blueprint require certain learning experiences and events for you to grow and expand your soul and spirit into a new state of awareness. Shadow aspect, refusing to be open to new experiences or outcomes. Sacred crystal, Hiddenite, Hiddenite. Hedonite. Angel assistance, Archangel Metatron. Yo, our boy Metatron, what's up? Channeling higher wisdom. Affirmation. Maybe I'll read the affirmation after. Okay. So, working with this deck for the first time. Again, what we're going to do here, we're just going to kind of expand on the messages that are coming through in this card for me to be able to work as a channel, to be able to give further inspiration to you guys. This is a very, very powerful card to be able to receive. And I think depending on where you are on the spiritual journey, this card's going to mean something different to you. I think with people who aren't really open to spirituality, the idea of ascended masters is probably something that they don't really fully understand or are open to, yet they have ultimately probably in some way, even in their past, have had some form of relationship with. Like when you think of it, one of the most common ascended masters would be the teachings of Yeshua, Jesus, so to speak. And so again, this is an idea that instead of having to go through the process of rebuilding the wheel and starting things and learning from scratch and going through the same lessons over and over and over again, this is inviting us to be able to know that beyond this physical plane and intimately interconnected with this physical plane, there are other aspects of consciousness which are specifically here with the assignment to be able to assist us through spiritual guidance. And this spiritual guidance can come through our intuition. It can come through us listening to our heart. Again, kind of going back to what I was talking about before. Listening to your heart is actually a powerful way for you to be able to bridge a connection between yourself and spirit and higher dimensional awareness. And then as you do that, this practice, this information, this inspiration will kind of come through you in a way that will match what is needed for you. Different people are going to have different ways of kind of communicating with spirit guides and ascended masters. For some people, it will be something literally where they read it from a book, right? That's a great way to do it. It could be literally something that somebody else has kind of interpreted and is giving you the information. It's here's the overview, and you read about Archangel Michael or something like that, and you learn about it, and then you understand how to be able to kind of see the different masters as basically different archetypal energy teachings, so to speak, would be one way that I would encourage you to be able to think of it as. And so you can also tap into the connection with these ascended masters through your intuition, through dream time, through meditation, even through art and through creativity and connecting with nature. And so this is being able to understand that it is through these teachers that they are there to kind of help you understand that there is like the ascended master already inside of you. There's the guru already inside of you. And I think that's what's really important, is that for those of us who kind of resonate with this card, who resonate with this, it's being able to serve as the bridge between realms in the concept where you can kind of bring forth knowledge and awareness of the teachings of these ascended masters in a way that is practical so that other people can access it. In a way that, again, kind of going back to the Fool card, can be something that is playful. You can still connect with the ascended masters and do it in a playful way, to do it in a kind of like a carefree, childlike way, without it always having to be like this super, super serious thing. One of my ways of being able to understand a connection with ascended masters, and again, this is going to be different for everybody. Honestly, for me, connecting with ascended masters hasn't really been something that has been like a big focus of my journey. I acknowledge the idea of them. I'm open to the idea of them. I'm open to the idea that, again, these are more kind of like energy patterns and archetypes that kind of exist and come through us at different times. But it's a thing where you're going to find a relationship that works for you. For example, if some people, if they like spend time kind of like connecting and praying with Jesus, that would be their way of kind of connecting with an ascended master. Other people might spend time kind of like just putting out that intention to be like, Archangel Michael, I invite you to be able to help me in this moment. This is kind of going from like what other people I've heard talk about based on how they practice. But one of the thing with working with these other energies, these other aspects of spirit that are ultimately like separate but still a part of you, they're kind of like an extension of you, is the process of being able to invite the communication. So again, this is where the idea here is that the big theme of this card is create open communication with others. And so with this, when you're working with these energies, one of the ways that you can do this is by kind of being able to put out that intention where it's like, okay, ascended masters, I invite you to work with me. Because my understanding is that until you literally invite them into the space of working with you, they kind of let you do your own thing. Like they're kind of like, they're kind of like a teacher. You're kind of like doing things, like they got a little bit more expertise, but they're not going to do it for you. But if you ask for assistance, you'd be like, hey, like, if you're in a classroom, right? Like using the metaphor of a classroom, if you're in a classroom, be like, excuse me, teacher, like, can you help me with this? Like, how do I do the multiplications on this timetable or something like that? And then they're like, oh, here, like, let me remind you, here's how you do it. And then you're just like, oh, cool, thanks. Okay, there. And then they're like, okay, you got it? Good. Okay. And then they kind of step back. And then you can kind of continue to do it on your own. So it's not like you're like, dear ascended masters, please help me do everything. But you can kind of invite in this idea, this archetype, this energy to be able to give you like a little bit of an extra boost when you need it. To be able to invite in like this little bit of a little extra energy that will show up in different ways. Maybe it'll show up through synchronicities. Maybe it'll show up through kind of like an intuitive voice that you'll hear while meditating. Maybe it'll show up within dream time. Again, it's totally up to you. And honestly, again, like for me, connecting with the ascended masters is something that I feel is just kind of like I'm open to, but it's not like I'm like always kind of like, okay, like Archangel Michael, come work with me and stuff like that. That's not necessarily something that I kind of do in my style, but at the same time, I do feel that like the energies that I'm working with are also energies that they too are working with as well. But until I feel that like I need to work with them sort of thing, you, in the same way you do, also have this choice to be able to kind of just like keep doing things like on your own path. So again, it's kind of like this idea that you have the strength within you to be able to do things, but when there are times where you feel like things are just maybe a little bit challenging, or even if it's something where it's like, okay, I'm getting ready for something exciting, archangels or ascended masters, like, be with me, be with me, be with me. And you invite in that energy. What I actually do, and this is something we do within our meditation, is we kind of like tap into this idea of like being able to kind of tap into like a universal idea of an ascended master that is already within inside each and every single one of us. And not to say like, oh, like you are an ascended master. Like some people be like, well, like, I don't know about that. Like, how do we know? But there is an archetypal energy where it's, again, kind of connecting with this inner guru, this inner Buddha, this awakened dreamer. And so what was in them is still in us. And then we can kind of like continue to bring it through us in a way that is uniquely us. What if each and every single one of us is here to literally become our own version of an ascended master? Maybe. I don't know. Like, again, I know this is kind of a sensitive topic, because I'm not going to like try and say like what is or isn't true, because this is going to be very subjective for a lot of people. But I do think it's a very interesting idea to be able to kind of just like have your heart open to the idea of inviting in additional kind of spirit that is here to support you in the highest interest. One of the ways that I do this is that in addition to just being able to kind of specifically say like, okay, like ascended masters and archangels, what we focus on within our meditations, within our meditations that we do regularly, is we invite in the connection with our ancestors. We invite in the connection with our the ancestors before and after us. And when we do this, we do it through the mantra, be with me, be with me, be with me. And so this is actually like going back, for those of you who have seen like the new Star Wars movie, Rise of Skywalker and everything like that, Rey actually talks about this. Rey actually, like, she does this. She's meditating at the beginning, and she's talking to the previous Jedi. And so in that context, they are kind of like the ascended masters within that context. And so you can kind of use that mantra, if you choose, if it resonates with you, to kind of be in that place where you're like, be with me. Be with me, be with me. And it's going to be different for you. Maybe some people will just like, maybe it will just kind of be like a placebo, and they'll just be like, okay, like I feel a little bit boosted. For other people, maybe there will be like a presence, because different people are going to have different forms of communicating with spirit. Again, some people are going to have it come more through dream time. Some people are going to have it be more through their intuition, their clairaudience, their clairsentience. It literally is this idea that we are multidimensional beings by nature. And again, in that sense, we have this ability to be able to connect with like other versions of spirit and energy that exist beyond the physical plane, but are still here to be able to guide us. I'm not, again, this is it's hard for me to talk about it as like a mere mortal on this plane. Like, I don't know 100% how the ascended masters work. I don't know. I'm not one of them. You know, it's not like that's not how it works. But this is an opportunity for us to be able to understand that when we're connecting to the wisdom within our heart, we have the opportunity to be able to receive insight that helps us move through things with more optimism, more confidence, more grace, without having to go through this process of endlessly repeating cycles. You know, so it's kind of like this thing where, as a mentor, the purpose of a mentor, which is, again, you know, for the work that I do within our community, like as a conscious media creation coach, as a mentor, like I'm kind of playing a similar role as a teacher, like basically. And I'm not saying I'm an ascended master, but in the context of a teacher, I'm here to teach you things that I've learned so that you don't have to go through the process of redoing things that I had to learn and had to like even repeat through learning how not to do it, right? Like, understand that there is a path, that you can kind of tap into. And as you kind of open yourself to this idea of receiving this additional support from the universe, from like godliness, from the ascended masters, call it what you will. Like, that's the thing. You can even do this where it's just kind of like, whether you're using the words ascended masters or not, it's really up for you. But what you can do is you can also just kind of be able to be like, okay, like, wisdom of the universe, I am open, come through me, and allow yourself to tap into that intuition. So the more that you can get good at tapping into your heart, the more that you can get good at tapping into that universal intuition. And through that universal intuition, that allows you to tap more into that intuition. And through that intuition, that allows you to tap into the wisdom of the ascended masters, because that is going to allow you to kind of like move through this soul path where you're open to learning, you're open to growing, you're open to being flexible, and you're not going through this process where you're constantly repeating the same cycles over and over again unnecessarily. And again, within the same way that I work within a team, I don't want you guys to have to like go through lessons that can be kind of accelerated, right? Like, I'd rather be like, oh, here's some tips, here's some things that I learned, and I'm going to pass it on to you, and then you can accelerate. What took me 6 months, you'll be able to learn in like 6 days, right? So it's tapping into this. It's kind of like this basic idea of, you know, within us, there's kind of like this holographic access of information that is kind of being like expressed through the archetypes of the ascended masters, and different ascended masters represent different archetypal energies that we can choose to focus on at different times. So this is where, if you're interested in this, look at the different archangels and start to figure out the different archetypes. Part of the way I see it, if anything, and maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it's like the different angels, like the different archangels, the different ascended masters, like they're all mirrors of us. And they're all kind of like different archetypes that already exist inside of us, sort of thing. Because if you look at Jesus and stuff like that, like that's basically what Jesus was saying. He's like, hey, like I can do this because you can do this too. Like, that's like, I'm not here to say like I'm better than you or something like that, but I do carry with me wisdom. Let's elevate together type thing, right? So again, this is a very, very interesting card. And I think this card is just inviting us to really be able to practice connecting more with our heart, to be able to practice kind of releasing from any sort of stubbornness and saying like, oh, I have to do it all by myself type thing. But instead being able to receive additional inspiration and insight from the universe that can help guide us through those intuitive moments by connecting with our heart. And just out of that to develop a deeper relationship. Like, that's the thing. Maybe it's not going to just be like you call in the connection with your guides and your ascended masters just once. Maybe it is something where it's like you're developing the relationship, right? So call them ascended masters, call them guides, call them ancestors. I think this all still kind of applies within the same concept. It's being able to be open to the idea that there is wisdom already within you that you have access to when you open your heart, that it's going to help you accelerate the rate at which you can learn and create within this reality, and thus continue to serve others. You don't have to do it all on your own. We don't have to keep repeating the cycles and go through the same lessons over and over and over and over and over again. You have the ability to tap into this kind of like universal energy. And again, even if it's like obviously this is kind of talking about ascended masters in a spirit form, but this can also be able to relate to like working with other teachers who are in our life physically. Like, that's very important. You go to a yoga studio because you learn from a person who has spent thousands of hours teaching yoga so that you can do yoga, and you learn from that. You know, you invest in going to programs so that you can learn from people who are experts. Investing in yourself is a very, very important thing to be able to do within your spiritual journey. So if you feel called to work with certain teachers and masters, be they masters in physical or spirit, allow yourself to be open to that, because that is an investment for yourself, and that is actually an act of self-love. And when you do that, again, it's kind of making it better for everyone, because it allows you to show up to the game sooner rather than later without having to go through the process of repeating all these lessons over and over and over again, and allowing yourself to just be able to tap into more of like your like cosmic ability to create and show up and essentially become your own master, like ascend into your own version of like some sort of like higher conscious idea and stuff like that. Relatively speaking, I'm not go out there and incarnate as your physical god that you are. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we are the new gods. Maybe we are the new ascended masters. 5% of the people tuned into this broadcast will eventually become ascended masters. Or maybe we already were, and now we're here like playing in this physical dimension, pretending that we're not. Again, my perception on this is limited because this is getting into some like very out there stuff, but the concept itself still kind of like holds ground in the basic sense of just being able to connect to our heart, open up to that communication, inviting in connection with spirit in a way that is, again, kind of with the intention of working with energies that are there to serve your highest good. And just being able to learn from the lessons that are already available instead of having to go through it and just kind of repeat things unnecessarily and speed things up for all of us. So drop an 1111 if that resonates with you. That was the first time reading from this deck. That was different. That was like, what did I just say? Like, again, sometimes when I do this, it's like me talking, but it's also like the universe talking through me type thing. So drop an affirmation down in the chat. What is an affirmation that you want to be able to share relative to the teachings of this card? So I'll just kind of focus on affirmation. Then there's a little affirmation here. I focus on connecting with my heart to be able to open up communication between myself and the intuitive knowledge of the universe by working with that ancient wisdom, masters, guides, and ancestors, so that I continue to show up and serve others and become the best version of myself as I learn and grow each day. There, that's my little affirmation. Then there's a little affirmation in the book. I'll read this here. I am a clear channel of divine knowledge. I share this wisdom with compassion and confidence. Yeah, I like that. So again, the messages and the information that we're connecting to with our ascended masters, with our guides, may we bring it forth so that we can share it with others. You are a conduit of consciousness. Be the bridge. So number 2, ascended masters. Very, very powerful card. Yvonne, thank you so much. Yvonne, let us know how that card resonated with you. Honestly, welcome. Good job. Awesome. Wonderful job, everyone. Whew, let me take a bit of a breath. We'll get into our next reading, and we're keeping an eye open for that next Patreon sign up. Thank you again, everyone. For those of you who are tuned in on TikTok, if you guys have been leaving comments on TikTok, I don't see the comments because they go pretty fast. But if you guys tune in on YouTube, I'll be able to see your comments a little bit more. The Forever says, I affirm this was entirely understood. Easy as that. Ooh, I like that. Awesome. Any other comments? Any other affirmations? Go ahead, leave those into the chat. I'm just reading some of the comments right here as I just sip my tea. Okay, we're gonna get ready to move into our next reading. Sean, once you've written out your affirmation, go ahead and let me know if you're ready. And Yvonne, let us know how that was for you. And again, that was for everyone. That message was literally for everyone. So, all right, team. Getting into our next reading for Sean. This is going to be a good one. We'll read those affirmations in a second. Any other affirmations in the chat, go ahead, let us know. And Sean, what deck do you want to be able to work with? Would you like to use Lightworker Oracle deck, which is dope. It's a great deck. Sacred Spirit, which is what we just did. Hero's Journey, which we haven't used yet. Or Ananda Tarot deck, which is like OG classic. So go ahead and let us know which one you would like to use. And we'll get into the next reading momentarily and just taking a bit of an intermission here. So, all right. Awesome. Thank you again, everybody, for joining in. Millie, you're welcome to send me a DM through Instagram. That's one way to do it. So, whew. Awesome, team. All right, guys, we are currently at 194 on Patreon, working our way towards 196. I'd love to be able to reach 196 during this broadcast. So again, if you guys are enjoying this and you guys enjoy the work that I do and you want to be able to connect further with the team as a leading member, joining on the Patreon at the $11 a month contribution allows you to be able to be involved as a leading member, which gives you access to a private community team space to support you on your journey as a conscious media creator, and lots of other really cool benefits and everything like that. So if you guys are a fan of my work and you want to be able to connect further with the team, do it as an investment for yourself and join on the Patreon when you're ready. And again, your support is appreciated in all forms. Ruth, where did I purchase that? Just at a local store. So they get it from somewhere. So, but you could probably find them online. Yeah, Sacred Spirit deck. Sacred Spirit reading cards by Anna Stark. That's that one there. So beautiful. Thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. You guys are awesome. This has been a really fun reading that we've been doing. Sean, you're gonna choose the Hero's Journey deck. Nice. I was kind of hoping you would. That's awesome. All right, team. Let's get into this next reading, and let's keep an eye open for the next Patreon. This will be the last reading for this broadcast, unless someone else is signing up for the Patreon as we do this. And then the next reading, that person will help facilitate, the person who signs up for the Patreon. And I'm confident that there's somebody here who is also ready to sign up for the Patreon. Or again, if you're already signed up for the Patreon, you're welcome to update and increase your pledge, and then we can still do some more readings. But we'll keep rolling through with this one here. And if you guys are thinking about signing up for the Patreon, do me a favor and drop a 555 in the chat. It only takes 5 minutes to sign up for the Patreon. You can join at any level. You can join at the $5 level. That will give you discounts for items at the shop. Which again include the Light Guardian crystal, and I also got Auralite 23 crystals. I'll show you guys a couple of those real quick, and then we'll get right into the next reading. And again, the link for the Patreon's in the YouTube info, and for those of you on TikTok, the link's in my profile. So, oh, cool. Shannon just updated their membership. They said, I'm just gonna confirm that here, Shannon. I think should be able to see it in a second. Shannon, I assume you probably updated to the leading member level, which is dope. Here, I'm just showing you guys. Man, that thunderstorm was something. Do you guys remember when we had that thunderstorm? That was dope. So awesome. Shannon, thank you so much. Shannon just upgraded their pledge to the $11 level. Shannon, thank you so much. Shannon, if you we'll keep rolling through this, and then Shannon, if you want to like facilitate the reading after Sean, we can do that. If you want to forward your reading to someone else, you can, because I know we did a reading for you when you signed up before, but whatever works for you, Shannon. It's totally cool. And Shannon, welcome to the YouTube chat. You made it. Anyways, guys, I'm just showing you. These are some really cool crystal wire wraps that I make. These are Auralite 23. Again, when you join on Patreon, you can get 25% discount for these. This is the oldest known crystal on Earth. These crystals are like 1.2 billion years old, and they're only found in a certain spot in Canada. I'm just showing them to you because I haven't really shown these on air before, and I got some pretty chunky ones too. I only have so many of these. These are like in limited supply, and I collected these over the years with the intention to be able to share them with you guys. Like, that's why I have them. And I'm not like these aren't really something where I'm like making money off these. Like, these are made so that you guys can have them if you resonate with them. Same with the Light Guardian crystals. I only have so many of these to be able to do. Like, there's going to be a time where there won't be any of these left. So again, those are available through my item shop, links down below. But if you're going to get one of those, I highly recommend joining on the Patreon, because you literally make your Patreon contribution back through like a purchase, basically. So it's a pretty good deal, and it's there to be able to serve you guys. So, okay. All right, Sean, let's do the Heroes deck. Let's do the Heroes Journey deck. I know I saw your comment where you're saying you want me to choose, and I'm gonna let's do the Heroes Journey deck. I'm excited to do this one because we haven't done this one yet. And team, we'll keep an eye open for the next Patreon sign up. Again, if we can reach 196 today, I'm totally down for that. We still got a couple more readings back to back. And yeah, and I'll let you guys know when I'm ready to jump off here. But we got a lot of momentum going. And again, even if you guys are just tuned in, just know that the Patreon is something that you can sign up to at any point. And again, you guys are welcome to join our team chat. That's our Discord server. Discord's like a chat app for those of you who aren't familiar. It's really, really cool. And you can join our public server just to be able to see things. And then you can join as a leading member, and that will give you full access a little bit later. For Sean and Yvonne and for Shannon, make sure you guys join the Discord server and let me know that you join and be like, hey, this is Sean. I just signed up for the Patreon and I'd like to be involved as a leading member. Like, do that, and then I'll add you as a leading member in the chat. Cool. Okay. I was just looking at the team chat right here. Yeah, again, reminder, we got our team meditation. Yo, Reframe Queen is going to be doing the team meditation on Tuesday. I'm pumped for that. The other thing for leading members, you guys also have the opportunity to lead our team meditations. So like, we do those as a regular Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Links for those are in the team chat. And if you guys feel inspired to lead a team meditation, which again, we do those because we know it's outside of your comfort zone, but we create the supportive space of the community to be able to give you guys the opportunity to practice leading in front of a live broadcast. And it's such a supportive community. Like, seriously, the people on our team are just like above and beyond, just like really, really amazing creators and amazing people in general. That's because we have a lot of intention that we put into our team. So if you're digging the vibe that we got here, just know that you guys are welcome to connect to our team chat. Sign up for the Patreon when you feel ready. Felicia, what's up, Felicia? Thank you so much, Felicia, for joining in. It's good to see you. And Felicia talking about ordering some ore lights in the near future. So, Felicia, I do have some not wrapped. If you want, like, you can let me know that. We can figure that out. Okay, team, let's get right into this next reading. Sean, confirm for me that you're ready, and let's get right into this next reading. Team, let's roll through this, and let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up in let's say by 5:30 if we can. And whoever just commented in the Discord chat, let me know who you are. Like, whoever's name is Miraya97, just let me know who that is. Just be like, hey, it's so and so, because I can see your comment in the Discord chat, and I'll add you as a leading member after this broadcast. Thank you guys again so much. Let's get into this. All right, Sean's ready. For everybody here, join us for this little meditation. This is going to be using our new deck. This is the Hero's Journey deck. So, all right, team. We still got a lot of people tuned in on all platforms. Thank you so much, everyone. Quick plug. This Thursday, we got a big broadcast, August 27th. You guys have probably heard a thing or two about August 27th. August 27th is going to be our global meditation community panel about envisioning the future. And that's our regular podcast time, Thursdays, 8 p.m. EST. You can find the link through the Discord channel and through the link in my profile and here on my channel on YouTube. And I would love to see you guys there. If you guys are going to tune in for the Thursday's broadcast, do me a favor, drop a 777 in the chat. All right, team, let's get into this little meditation. Sean, here we go. For everybody here, join me in this meditation. You guys are so awesome. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support. And let's work with this new deck. Here we go. And we'll keep an eye open for our next Patreon sign up as we go. All right. The Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. Like, that's also what this is, a Dream Oracle deck. So this is going to be pretty exciting. All right, Sean, I see you added in the chat. I'll add you after we do this. Okay, here we go, team. All right. For everybody here, when you're ready, gently close your eyes and begin connecting with your breath. Straighten up your posture. Open up your chest. Relax your face. Soft, gentle inhales, soft, gentle exhales. Continuing to find the rhythm of your breath. For everybody here, just join us in this little meditation. It's only for a minute. And just take this opportunity to bring yourself into this space of gratitude. Gratitude for you for showing up. Gratitude for the messages we are here to receive. Gratitude for the team. Gratitude for this amazing community of shifters, of light guardians, of people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. Sean, and for everybody here, focus your attention on the intention. Show us what we need to see. We being the collective, we being the individual, we being the team. Sean and everybody, I want you to focus on this intention as you speak it with your heart, speak it with your mind, speak it with your words, speak it with your soul. Continuing to breathe here, Sean. When you are ready, take a few more breaths, listen to your intuition, and then type now into the chat. For everybody else, continuing to focus on this intention, show us what we need to see, open up your eyes, and type your wizard noises in the chat. And we'll charge up the deck a little bit more. Here we go. And oh, as this dream continues to unfold, we will awaken to the hero's journey as we continue to find this inner goal. For we are the alchemists on this journey of self-discovery, for we are here to be able to see what has always been so bubbly within the many bubbles of this reality. As we unfold through this infinite quantum sea, we will continue to allow ourselves to truly be here within this place of compassion for you and me. Zappity, zippity, boopity doop, as we allow ourselves to bring forth the magic that has always been true. For the wizard in me honors the wizard in you. Knights of the round table, now is the chance for us to bring forth what is true. As we stand as guardians here and now, we shall pull forth the card and see what message has been brought through in this present. Wow. Whoa, that card kind of popped out there. Okay, this one's coming out. That card was like, I'm coming out. So it came out there. Okay, this is our first time using this deck on air. Thank you so much, Sean. The card that we have just pulled. What? This is... Okay, like I said, this deck's pretty new to me, so I'm still getting used to it, but I like this. This is a great first card. I feel like this totally relates to what we're about. The card that we have pulled, with Sean helping facilitate for everybody, if you are tuned in, this message is for you. The card that we have pulled is card number 48. Weird is the new cool. Can I get a hello there? Weird is the new cool. Boldly express your uniqueness. For those of you on TikTok, you can see it there. Weird is the new cool. So, okay, give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to open up the book. We're going to read a little bit more. I'm going to dive right into this one. The readings on this one aren't super huge, but I'll extrapolate on it. And we'll roll through this one. And then Shannon, let us know what we want to do for the next reading. I like you guys. You're just like, you guys instantly just like, hello there. You guys know Ralph Smart. Did you guys know, like, me and Ralph Smart, like, we knew each other back in the OG days. Like, I actually interviewed Ralph Smart on our podcast back in 2013. Straight up, you guys can go and find that. If you guys want to hear what it would be like for me and Ralph Smart to have a conversation for 2 hours, it's on, like, type up Ralph Smart Skull Babylon, and that should show up. Or Ralph Smart Paradigm Shift Radio. Okay, team. Here we go. This is going to be an exciting one. All right, so let's just visually take a look at the card here. As we're doing this, team, let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up. If you're interested in signing up for the Patreon, drop a 555 in the chat. Let me know. Let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up by 5:30. As we roll through this, we're going to do Shannon's after this, and then we'll do whatever's after that. So visually explaining the card. Here we go. For those of you on TikTok or Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. Oh yeah, Shannon. Okay, good. We'll make sure we do that reading for you then, Shannon. Perfect. I'm glad that works out. So, okay, here we go. That's right, because you like signed up a little bit after, in between readings, in between broadcasts. Okay, here we go. Thank you for letting me know, Shannon. Weird is the new cool, card number 48. So this is a beautiful image here of this incredibly weird looking figure. How do I explain this? This feminine figure, but drawn in such an artistic way where the expressions are just kind of elongated. You can kind of see. Oh, that's funny. Ralph just went live as I said hello there. That's funny. Go figure. Synchronicity. Me and Ralph are still connected. And you can see this being, and they've got this beautiful kind of hair kind of coming off them, and these other kind of like wispy lines. Like, this is kind of hard to explain because it's so abstract, but you can see like a lot of like twirly fractals and stuff like that. These beautiful blues, beautiful reds, and kind of like this soft gaze. That figure has like a little bit of like makeup on and everything like that. A very weird looking yet beautiful creature and artistic expression. All right, let's dive into this a little bit more by reading what's in the book. So if you're here, this message is for you. Thank you again, Sean, one of our newer Patreon supporters. And let's dive a little bit deeper. Our first reading from this deck. Here we go. Number 48. Weird is the new cool. As I'm reading this, if anything resonates, drop an 1111 in the chat and write out affirmations as we go. Boldly express your uniqueness. Boldly express your uniqueness. If you're here, this message is for you. Okay, this is a quote by Jack Kerouac. That's cool. This has quotes. Jack Kerouac, what a dope person. Okay. The only person for me are the mad ones. The ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved. Desirous of everything at the same time, the ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn like the fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the sky. Jack Kerouac. That's cool. I like the fact, I didn't realize they would have a quote from Jack Kerouac in here. That's like a dope, he's like a beatnik poet from back in the day. Kind of like a modern, like a shifter from the previous era. So, message. You've had a golden experience, one which seems impossible to describe, yet be reminded of the biblical phrase, to the one in whom much has been given, much is expected. It is your sacred duty to find the words, or at least the symbols, and courage to express them to your tribe and to the parts of yourself that didn't go on this adventure. If you are called strange or odd behind your back, then so be it. Weird is a mantle to wear proudly because it is being true to yourself. You might inspire someone else to be more of themselves. Can I get another hello there? Hello there. I'm going to reread that again. Weird is a mantle to wear proudly because in being true to yourself, you might inspire someone else to be more of themselves. When you peer outside the confines of the ordinary world, you encourage others to recognize there is joy in being themselves. The word weird comes from the Old English word weird, W-Y-R-D, which means fate, chance, fortune, destiny, the one who stands in both worlds. Be emboldened to be your weird self, for it is the weird ones who bring forward noteworthy contributions. Reread that part. Be emboldened to be your weird self, for it is the weird ones who bring forward noteworthy contributions. If anything that's said there, drop an 1111 if that resonates with you. Dream symbol, gold. Dreams of gold symbolize abundance, royalty, and wealth. Perhaps you've come to the completion of an internal alchemical process by which you've raised a dense energy into a highest vibration which can now support you and your tribe in living with more spiritual and material affluence. Mantra, I validate my uniqueness as soul gold. As I share, the treasure is multiplied. Okay, cool. So let's dive a little bit deeper here. Again, the write-up on that's not super long, but we're going to expand on this because the message is potent. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to join in. Okay. So, weird is the new cool. Such a powerful message to be able to receive, and such a powerful message just to be able to share, and definitely one that resonates with the intentions of the community that we have created here together. Weird is a word that I've always found fascinating because, again, like what was said in the chat, a lot of people associate weird as just being like stupid and odd and like, you know, just like outside of the norm. But the tradition of the word weird literally kind of like refers to like the ones that can see the magic It is literally the ones that are connected with the bigger destiny, the bigger fate. And so this was a word that was commonly associated with like wizards back in the day, like the weird, the wizards. And so it is the ones who are the conduits of magic, the ones who are the conduits of creative expression, the ones who would be the conduits for the expressions of the soul, the ones who wouldn't be afraid to dance in the rain. And what's that old saying? Those who danced in the rain, those who danced were thought to be insane by those who couldn't hear the music. This is a card that's encouraging us, going back to the theme of the Fool. If you stick around when we do these readings, you'll find that the readings actually link up. Going back to the first card we had, which is the card of the Fool, this really connects to this, where it's encouraging us to be able to tap into that childlike nature, release our inhibitions, and really honor our weird. Honor our weird as a unique expression of source that will help others be able to dissolve their ego. The weird is actually one of the most powerful ways to get people to kind of like see, to serve as a mirror for them to be able to see themselves and where they may be even holding themselves back. When you think of weird, think of some of the best comedians who are also incredibly woke and conscious. You think of like Jim Carrey and things like that. Think of like Andy Kaufman and things like that. Like Andy Kaufman would intentionally do things that were weird in order to be able to get people's attention that would invite them to think. And so just being able to understand that your weird is basically being able to drop into that heart space of understanding that when you ask the question, what is needed? Oftentimes that answer will be something that is outside of the norm. It will be something that is different from the patterns that are currently kind of being perpetuated. So it's kind of interesting in today's day and age, weird would almost be the idea of like being kind and compassionate to strangers or something like that. Be like, what? Like, did you just say hello to that person? You don't even know them. That's so weird. Like, yo, that's what we need. We need to look and we need to pay attention to the things that we're identifying as being kind of outside the norm. And we need to be able to see them and understand that they could potentially be valuable ideas and archetypes that we can start incorporating a little bit more to be able to create a new paradigm, to be able to create a new way of understanding ourselves and how we interact with the world. When you understand that life in itself is weird, life in itself is magical, life in itself is, again, kind of like this playful, vibrant place where we get to be able to let the soul dance. So this is a very, very powerful card that's, again, encouraging us to let our inner light shine and to be a revolutionary beacon that will inspire others to do the same. I have been on the tail end of being called weird, but the fact is I honor the fact that people call me weird. And this card literally talks about this, where it's like, people may call you weird behind your back. So be it, right? Like, if people are calling you weird, that's a reflection of where they are at, but it's also them kind of also becoming self-aware of like where their boundaries are. Because even though they may call you weird, deep down inside, they're probably like, damn, I wish I was that confident to do something outside of my comfort zone, So like, even for me, I've experienced doing this where I have done things where I would go out and do free hugs. This has been a big part of my journey, obviously not currently within the circumstances at this time, but when I would go out there and I would go downtown and I would do free hugs, I would stand there with a free hug sign and people would walk by me and there would be some people that would be like, yo, I'm totally on board with this. I totally see what you're doing. This is my jam. And then they would come up and we would hug. I'd give them a button. They'd connect to the team because the website's on the button. We'd connect further. We'd create a meaningful connection. And then there literally would be other people that would be like, that's so weird. Like, that is so different. That is so unusual. Good. Find the things that are unusual. Look for the things that are unusual, because again, oftentimes, like, it is something that is outside of the norm that is actually what is needed in order to be able to change the story and break the paradigm. And again, even those people, when they said like, that's so weird, sometimes what they're also going through the process of doing a little bit later, they might kind of be like, that's so weird, but next time I see them, maybe I'll go up and give them a hug or something like that, So it's like, as you present your weirdness in front of people, yo, Ria, you've seen my college campus videos of doing free hugs? Ria, how long have you been following me? This is crazy. Those are old videos. But yeah, I used to do free hugs like back on my college campus and stuff like that, obviously. But yeah, the weird is what is needed to break the illusion, you know, to be able to break the kind of the idea of like, this is normal. It's normal to ignore people. It's normal to kind of like not express ourselves. It's normal to like not laugh and play and roll around in the grass and things like that. Like, actually, no. It's weird to be disconnected from our spirit in such a sense. The society that teaches us that we just kind of need to like fit inside of a box, that's weird. And not weird in the way that I'm using it, in the way of like magical, weird in the way of just like be like, that's like unusually unhealthy and stuff like that. Weird doesn't mean it's unhealthy. Weird just means it's outside the norm. But again, in this context, weird is like literally in relation to being like a bridge for magic, being a bridge for the mystical, being a bridge for the connection to higher fate and higher consciousness. Weird is the new cool. And this is actually what we're seeing. I mean, look at TikTok. You're seeing this a lot. You're seeing a lot of people who are on TikTok and their weird is actually something that is being celebrated. People want that. And why? Why do people want our weird? Because it is a reflection of our authentic expression. And so what you want to be able to do, you want to be able to express your authentic expression. And you can own it. You can own it as being like, fuck yeah, this is weird. Like, I know it's weird. It's weird in the sense that it's magical and different and tapped into spirit and soul. But at the same time, what it really is just like your authentic soul expression. Focus on bringing forth that authentic soul expression through your art, through your dance, through your language, through doing free hugs when it's appropriate, through being able to hold conversation about the things that we don't normally get a chance to be able to talk about, right? Like, the thing that's weird is the limiting boxes that society puts on us. But now, as we are seeing, suddenly the weird is actually becoming the new cool. I put up a video literally today where it was like the X-Files theme, and it was me with glasses, and it's like when it's 2020 and people are finally starting to talk about the mind expanding themes that you've been into for years, right? Like back in the day, it's like, oh, UFOs, aliens, dreams, astral projection, chakras, that's weird. And now it's like, yo, this is actually like something I'm interested in. So even though people will kind of meet you where they're at, don't take it personally and understand that when you're coming from that authentic soul expression, you are becoming a beacon that is helping other people see themselves and is helping people give themselves permission to be able to express their expression of weird, their authentic expression of being able to like bring forth what it is that is their unique archetype, their unique value, their unique creative skills and gifts and everything like that. Your gifts, your unique talents, own the fact that they're weird. Oh, what's that? You can do Reiki? That's so weird. Oh, what's that? You meditate first thing in the morning? Dude, that is so weird. Oh, what's that? You hug trees? Oh my God, that's so weird. Like, yes. Like, as soon as we start changing the language, we start changing the story, right? So even within this card, let us honor the fact that like the weirdos, the weird ones are the ones that are going to change the world. And so let us own that. Let us own the fact that we're weird, because again, we can own that word. Others may still use it as like a, you know, like like kind of like a word that they're using to try and make fun of people. But over time, inevitably, the seeds will sprout. And when you show up with that presence, when you show up with that action, when you show up simply being in a space where they can observe you, there is a seed that is planted. People will see you dancing in the street and they'll walk by and they'll be like, oh, that's so weird. Those people are dancing. Like, that's so weird. But then at the same time, they're just like, I wish I could do that. And there's like a part of like their inner child that is going through this healing process. And it's just like back in the day, like someone told them that they shouldn't dance because it's stupid or something like that. Be like, don't do that. That's stupid. And then they're just like, oh, okay. And then they just started living somebody else's paradigm, right? We need to help people break out of the paradigms that are holding us back. You know, we really, really, really do. And we do this by being able to create our new paradigms. Let's create the paradigms of creative self-expression. Let's create the paradigms where we can dance, where we can play, where we can bring this exciteful, again, the energy of the fool archetype, where we can see the bigger story, where we can see the game that we're playing, and we can bring in this magical energy that will ignite people's hearts, that will inspire their minds, inspire their souls, and help them ultimately connect back to the wisdom of their heart. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Weird is the new cool. For everybody here who is seeing this card, let this be a reminder that your weird is seen, appreciated, and loved. And on behalf of the universe, I thank you. I thank you for being the weird person that you are, because you are a bridge. You are an ambassador for the weird. The weird is the cosmic energy that flows through you. Let it come through you. Let it come through you. And as you do that, you will invite it into the space where others can be able to receive it, and it'll help others be able to bring in their own unique connection where they can bring the weird into this world. And this weird is a weird that, again, has the power to open hearts and minds and change the way we look at the world and change the way we look at ourselves. Oh, what's that? It's weird to think that we can co-create this reality with our thoughts and with our hearts. Well, I'm all about that. So weird is a new cool. Let's all be weird together. And again, we are building a team of weirdos, 100%. And if you're tuned into this broadcast, again, this isn't just us doing tarot. This is us building the team, building a team of shifters, of weirdos, of people who are actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness through acts of creativity and compassion. And we know what we are. Other people can call us what they want. Let them. It means they're paying attention. They will call us whatever they call us based on where they're at. Let them. The important thing is that they see us. And the important thing is that when they do, the seed will be planted. And then over time, they'll be like, yeah, you know what? You know how I used to call you guys weird? Like, I'm actually really interested now. Like, I'm actually like want to like connect further and everything and stuff like that. Like, that'll happen, right? How many people have had that where like back in the day, you guys were like talking about like aliens and astral projection and UFOs and stuff like that. And your friends would be like, dude, that's so weird. And then flash forward 5 years later and they're like, dude, I had a UFO sighting. Can I talk to you about this? Or like, I'm getting into lucid dreaming. Can I talk to you about this? And they come to you. It's because you planted that seed, right? So if you're tuned into this broadcast, you are invited to be able to connect with our team of weirdos, with our team of wizards, with our team of light guardians and shifters. And again, be sure to connect to our team chat. Links in my profile, links in the YouTube info. And yeah, much love to everybody. If you're weird and you own it, drop a 777 in the chat and write out some affirmations based on the message of this card. Weird is the new cool. So little affirmation for me. I honor my ability to be a bridge for more weird into this world as I share my unique creative expression through art, through word, through dance, through leadership, as I continue to help inspire others and lead them back to the magic of their own heart and the world around them. That's my little affirmation there. So, love the weird, go team weird, go team weird, go team wizards. So seriously, that's what we need, man. The world needs your weird. Like I made a meme about that a long time ago, and it was like a meme with like the Kojimas, the little spirit guides from Princess Mononoke. You know the spirit guides from Princess Mononoke? They got like those little heads, and like it was a picture of one of those, and it was like doing the head thing, and it was like, the world needs your weird. It does. The world needs your weird. Like, you don't have it just as like a it's not like just by accident. Like, you have it because you're here to share it. So awesome card, guys. Dropping those 7/7s in the chat. Divine Being on TikTok, 777. I own my weird. I love my weird. My weird makes me who I am, and that is positivity. Beautiful. Mantra, I validate my uniqueness as soul gold, and I share my treasure. And when I share, my treasure is multiplied. So share the treasure of your world. The Kodama, what did I say? Kojima, that's like, is that like the creator of like Metal Gear Solid or something like that? Is that what I said? Is Kojima the old video game company? Did they make Mortal Kombat? No, that was Acclaim. What's Kojima? Anyways, Kodamas are the forest spirit from Princess Mononoke. Thank you, Shannon, for correcting me. So, Shannon got a Kodama tattooed. Yo, that's dope. That is so weird, Shannon. That is so weird. I love it. Good job, Shannon. All right, team. I'm going to read those affirmations in the chat. Just going to take a little bit of an intermission here just to be able to honor my energies. This takes a lot of work when we do this. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys not just receiving this energy, but embodying it and amplifying it. And let this be a little energy that just, again, like continues to kind of like spark something inside of you. Beautiful. All right, just restarting on the Instagram broadcast. Dude, that was a good one. Oh, that's funny. That's Felicia says, my samurai sword fell, as Brendan said that about the world needs your weird, and the Princess Mononoke a second ago, and it's never fallen. Whoa, omens. That's interesting, Felicia. Thanks for sharing. I hope your samurai sword's okay. Man, I miss my samurai swords. I should put them in my house. They're not. I got my lightsabers over there. They're sitting right there. So, all right, team. Just gonna take a brief little intermission here. Yo Sunshine says, "I will continue to make TikToks that give humor, love, and knowledge." Beautiful, beautiful affirmation. Awesome. Thank you, Divine Being. Thank you, You Sunshine. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you to those of you. Pinoak says, "I am embracing my weirdo soul and sharing my freak glad, loud, and proud." Beautiful. Shannon, my focus is to become my most unapologetic self while actively working on growth. Beautiful. Well said, everyone. Any other affirmations, go ahead, leave those in the chat. Again, leave the affirmations like for your own benefit, because that'll help you just kind of continue to step into more of like that the message that came forward. So, all right, team, we're just going to take a moment here to be able to get ready to move into the next reading. Sean, I'm going to add you into the team chat right now. Special welcome to Mira, one of our new. And again, team, let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up. It's 5:30 now. This will either be the last reading, but if you guys update your Patreon pledge, increase it, or if somebody else is ready to sign up for the Patreon, then we'll keep doing new readings. Again, I'm stubbornly optimistic about being able to reach 196 in this broadcast, and then once we're done this broadcast, I'm gonna go home and say hi to my dog for a bit, so I can keep going. But we're gonna get into one more reading for Shannon, who also has recently signed up on the Patreon. And Shannon, make sure you're connected in the team chat as well. Please. So again, I'm just taking a quick intermission here. Thank you guys so much. Shannon, I'll add you as a leading member as well. Okay, 1 second. To introduce self and member instructions and post in the relative channel such as TikTok. Cool. All right, okay, there we go. Sean and Shannon, you guys have been added as leading members in the chat. After this, please feel free to introduce yourself in the chat in the member introduction, and welcome aboard. Thank you so much. Awesome, beautiful. And Yvonne, if you want to join as a leading member, make sure, I'm not sure if Yvonne's still tuned in, but make sure anybody, again, you guys can join our team chat. Cool, team. All right, let's get ready to move into our next reading. Shannon, what deck do you want to use? We have the Ananda Tarot deck, which is classic, like the OG. We have the Sacred Spirit. What do I do with all these tarot decks? Whoa. It's like that meme. You guys know what I'm talking about? Anyways, Lightworker Oracle deck, Sacred Hero's Journey, Sacred Spirit. Shannon, which deck would you like to use for the team? And yeah, team, let's work on getting another Patreon sign up. Divine, thanks for joining in, Divine. Just seeing your comment here. Thank you so much for your comments and helping facilitate the chat. That was wonderful. And Divine, if you can, make sure you connect to our team chat if you wish. And the link's through my profile. It's always in my profile. It's our Discord server. And I really appreciate your support. It was really nice. Awesome. And yes. Yo, what's up, Fisky Talk? All right, team. Just taking a moment here, just kind of like honor my energies. It's these broadcasts take a lot of energy. It takes a lot of work. Like, I've gotten good at channeling this energy, but I appreciate you guys holding space for it. Sacred Spirit. All right, we're gonna do the Sacred Spirit. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. We're just gonna restart on Instagram. All right, if you guys are tuned in right now, and if you guys are interested in signing up for the Patreon, do me a favor, drop a 555 in the chat. Let me know. And again, if we have another person signed up for the Patreon, we'll go right into another reading after this. However, otherwise, this will be the last reading for this broadcast. I may be back on tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I need to hold on. I need to make sure that my girlfriend's not messaging me. 1 second. For those of you on the Project Hierophant, I'm restarting the broadcast. Click the link. For those of you on Project Hierophant, click the link in my profile. Tune in on YouTube. I got to restart the broadcast. 1 second. What do we got here? Give me 2 seconds, team. I just got to do a quick little... Make sure I'm not missing anything here. All right, good. I'm not. Okay, good. How's that new TikTok doing? Shan, we're gonna get right into this in 2 seconds. Oh god, 99 plus notifications on my TikTok. What the frick? Oh, cool. That video is at 369 views. That's a good omen. 369 is a damn good number. The one about Tenet is at 222K. That's good. I'm glad to see that video going viral. I'm excited for that. Who here is going to go see Tenet once it comes out in theaters? I don't know when that's happening, so... excuse me. All right, team. All right, just restarting the broadcast on the Project Terrafon account. If you guys are tuned in, go ahead, let me know in the chat if you're tuned in on TikTok and stuff like that. And if Shannon, confirm that you're ready for this reading, and let's get right into it. Going live again on Project Terrafons. If you guys aren't following my Project Terrafon account, the links through my profile on TikTok and Instagram, like it's just Project Terrafon. There's some dope content that I've been putting up there. A lot of seeds planted. All right, going live on Project Terrafon. Okay, team. Okay, let's get right into this next reading. We got about 13 people tuned in on YouTube still. And we got a couple people tuned in on TikTok. And we got quite a few people. We got people coming and going on Instagram as well. If you're tuned in on Instagram, click the link in my profile to be able to tune in on YouTube. And again, if you guys are ready to sign up for the Patreon, do me a favor and drop a 555 in the chat. If you guys are a fan of my work and you want to be able to connect further, joining on Patreon is a monthly contribution. Think of it as like a monthly membership to go to the gym. Think of it as like an investment for yourself where you get to connect further with our team of amazing conscious creators. Work alongside me as a conscious media creation coach. Join our meeting. Reminder for leading members, this Monday's meeting is all about getting stuff started on Patreon for you guys. Like I want you guys to build your Patreon sooner rather than later. So, all right, just give me a second here. This is hard work. How long have I been on air for so far? Has it been like 5 hours yet? 2 hours. 2 hours and 9 minutes. Feels like it's been longer. Weird. Okay, team. Let's dive into this. You guys are awesome. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Sacred Spirit deck. Here we go. This will be our last reading for today unless we have someone else signed up for the Patreon. If someone increases their Patreon pledge. Shannon, thank you so much for adding your contribution. And thank you again to Sean and Yvonne as well. So... okay, here we go, team. Whew. For everybody here, go ahead and join us in this little micro meditation. We're going to flow through this one pretty smoothly. And if you're here, just join us in this little meditation. When you're ready, gently close your eyes. Allow yourself to connect with your breath. Open up your shoulders, relax your face, straighten up your spine. Shannon, and for everybody here, just allowing yourself to bring yourself into the space of gratitude. Gratitude for the team, gratitude for the messages we are about to receive, gratitude for yourself for showing up. Holding this gratitude in your heart, we're going to focus on the intention, show us what we need to see. We being the collective, we being the individual, we being this team, this beautiful team of shifters, people actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness. Focusing on this intention, Shannon, and for everybody, I want you to speak with your heart, speak with your mind, speak with your words, speak with your soul. Shannon, take a few more breaths here. Listen to your intuition, and when you are ready, type now into the chat. For everybody else, focus on this intention. Gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you, and type your wizard noises in the chat. Let's let them hear it. Type those wizard noises. Yeah, 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 as we charge the deck a little bit more. Here we go. Breathe, just breathe, as we let this moment to simply be, continuing to unfold through the ever majestic, fractaling realms of infinity, as we open our heart to this space and time, as we allow ourselves to take part in this rhyme. For now is truly the infinite time for us to be able to take this opportunity to unwind from old stories that have evidently played out far and long past. For now is us to create a new story which will truly last, one in which we rise and stand together, for we are here to change this cosmic weather. Shoobity doobity doobity doo, zibbity 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 da, zombity 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 zoom. Those wizard noises remind me of like the fairy godmother from was it Cinderella? Bibbity bobbity boop. I think that's probably what some of you are doing, right? And so breathe into this moment as we allow the cards to bring forth the message that will help us connect to the truth that is infinitely old, and let us be here now within this ever unfolding infinite blessing moment as we continue to rise into this place where we shall truly own it. Shannon's gonna type now into the chat any second. Holding moment for this space as we allow the cards to reveal the truth and the message of their face. When Shannon is ready, type now into the chat. Boobity boobity bop bop bop. When you're ready, Shannon. Now, says Shannon. Whoa, that was a low split. As we see what message the universe has. Okay, alright, let's see what we got here. Whoa, okay, alright, this is an exciting one. Well, the first card that we pulled from this deck was card number 2. The second card that we are pulling is card number 1. How ironic? I don't know what that means. Alright, the card that we have pulled is card number 1. Align your universe. Navigate distractions. Align your universe. Navigate distractions. There we go. Beautiful. Showing that to TikTok and everybody too. Thank you for those of you tuned in on the Project Hierophant TikTok. If you guys are tuned in on any of the TikToks, we're on 2 right now. Click the link in our profile to tune in on YouTube, and let's get ready to drop into this reading. Again, if you're here, this message is for you. And again, this will, Shannon, that worked perfectly, no worries. I think there might have been a delay, but I don't know. Like, that's the worst thing if it happens, where it's just like, we're just gonna wait for them to say now, and then like their computer shuts down, and then I'm just stuck there for like a day. I'm just like, It's happened once. So, all right, let's get ready to dive into this. All right, team. Whew. All right. Explaining the visual image of this card as we go through this. Let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up, or if anybody wants to increase their Patreon, links in the profile, in the info. Only takes 5 minutes to sign up. Sign up when you're ready. Thank you guys so much for your support in all forms. Let's focus on this one. And again, this will be the last reading for today's broadcast unless there's another Patreon sign up. So we'll focus on this one. Here we go. All right. Look at this beautiful image here. And again, this is by our artist friend, Lewis Dyer. And you can see this image here. How do I even begin explaining this? You've got 2 figures in the foreground. One of them with kind of like their like third eye open, and all of these like beautiful energetic patterns emerging behind them, with another face kind of looking the other way. And you can see there's actually like a female figure in the background there. It's kind of hard to see. They're kind of like merged in with the space there. And then you got this like beautiful kind of like mandala flower here. And the flower in the center kind of looks like it's almost like a sun, but you kind of got these like other little balls here. And then you kind of got like these planets and these flowers. Dude. Oh, and there's a little butterfly. How can I miss? There's like a little butterfly right there. So for those of you who love butterfly energy. So for those of you tuned in on TikTok, click the link in my profile, tune in on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed there. And that way so you can just like see the front camera as we go through this. Again, if you're here, this message is for you. All right. Card number 1, align your universe. Navigate distractions, organize your life. Much like an astrological alignment, the mind, body, and spirit need consistent alignment as we navigate our daily life, social calendars, employment, family, and home life. Challenges to our thoughts and beliefs can shake us to our very core. Our values can be disestablished and altered if we have limited confidence in our direction or focus in life. Alignment of the spirit, Without the sanctity of alignment of the spirit, how will you know where you are going in life? If anything I say resonates with you, drop an 1111 in the chat. When there are too many distractions or issues all happening at once, we struggle to focus on the important things. What do you feel is a priority or non-priority in your current circumstance? I'll reread that again. When there are too many distractions or issues all happening at once, we struggle to focus on the important things. What do you feel is a priority or non-priority in any current circumstance? Right now, you require an alignment in your priorities. Much like the stars contained within the universe, your energy is scattered across time. Distractions and scattered energy are causing lost and missed opportunities for your soul to thrive. Health is also a factor now. Take time to make your health and well-being a priority. Align your chakras and energy centers for stability and clarity and sense of self. You are the center of your universe. You must align your life accordingly. Seek a suitable profession. However, this is not a chance to be selfish for ego or shadow-based reason. Your soul and spirit need you to take charge of your life now, placing yourself as a priority. Ain't that the truth? I feel like this message is like a lot of you are like, yep, getting called out on this one. You can only do that when you have your energy aligned with clear focus and understanding of where you are right now. Start using a daily or weekly calendar to record your current and future activities and events. When you align yourself to your own universe, you will begin to see positive changes and experiences relating to yourself and others. Energy balancing is a required state of maintaining adequate health. Adjusting the core of your being to a higher vibration allows a ripple effect to shift and integrate new energy through your whole being. Shadow aspect, attention-seeking selfishness, sacred crystal, natural citrine, angel assistance, guardian angel lavaya, lucid dreaming, universal alignment. Affirmation, it is safe for me to release the fear of the unknown. I can move forward with energy and enthusiasm. Okay, let's get ready to move into a little bit more of this. Whew. All right, team. Thank you guys so much. Let's dive into this card a little bit deeper. So, this is a super important message to be able to share, and one that I definitely reiterate a lot when you guys are tuned into these broadcasts, where I'm just like, yo, instead of just feeling like you guys need to like conquer all of these huge objectives that you have on your plate, or you feel like you need to like master astral projecting and figure out your past lives and like open your third eye and everything like that. This is about making sure we're taking care of ourselves at a base level, taking care of ourselves like on a physical well-being level, and taking care of ourselves by being able to focus more on our regular routines and our actions and our habits that are allowing us to bring ourselves more into alignment so that we can begin to focus our energy towards the things that deserve our focus. That's kind of like the thing that happens within this reality, is that the way in which you evolve will be determined by your ability to focus. And when your focus is kind of scattered, things that might be there for you within this reality will take longer to unfold or will take longer to arrive. You will receive the things that you are ready for. And so as you bring yourself more into that alignment, you will meet those things sooner rather than later. So rather than just being like, oh, I gotta chase that dream, instead, what happens when you actually focus on just kind of like raising your own vibration and then kind of taking care of yourself so that you can see things from a bigger perspective, really begin to pay attention to where you're focusing your energy, reroute a lot of that energy inwards and into like the immediate circumstances in your reality that require your attention, some of which you may have been putting off. And then the things that you are chasing will find you, like they will come to you, and you will allow yourself to be more capable of showing up with intentional energy to be able to accomplish the task at hand, to be able to do both the everyday things and also the big projects. Like that's the thing, right? Like when you get into that place where you're kind of like taking care of your own alignment, and what does that mean? Talk about this all the time. Focus on the basic things. Focus on your exercise, your diet, sleep, water, sunlight, meaningful social interaction, and community. If you focus on those things, that will naturally bring you into alignment. That will naturally bring you into this place where you are much more capable of being able to pick and choose where you put your energy, and also to become more aware of when your energy is not being put towards attention that is serving you. If you are kind of in this place where you're not taking care of yourself, your energy will be something that either other people will begin to leech, and unconsciously you will give it to them, or you will find yourself being drawn towards things that are actually kind of unconsciously distracting you from taking care of yourself. Have you guys ever seen that? Who here have had that experience where sometimes people who love drama and they love to like make fun of other people and get involved with shit that is none of their business are the exact people who aren't taking care of their own shit? Have you seen that? The more you take care of yourself, the less you care about other people's drama, because your energy is so focused and so clear that you're aware of the fact that spending time investing in other people's drama is literally a waste of your energy, because it's taking energy away from energy that you could be directing towards your projects, towards your entrepreneurship, towards your self-development, towards developing your talents, towards building relationships. And so this card is really inviting us to make sure that we're like bringing ourselves into that place of alignment through the practical aspects, through the physical, the diet, the exercise, the sleep, the sunlight, the connecting with nature, surrounding yourself with community of other people who are also in that process of bringing themselves into alignment. If you're surrounding yourself with friends who are constantly just kind of out there indulging in external stimulation and circumstances and things like that, like you will become that. And it will continue to unconsciously propagate this idea that that behavior is okay because your friends are doing it. You can decide whether or not it is okay for you, because you might have to kind of go through the process where you go through like a rude awakening where you're just like, wait a second, this is not moving me forward at all. Like I'm just kind of in a loop here. And then you have to consciously kind of like break that cycle. You can break that cycle right now. You can use this as an opportunity. This is a very, very powerful card for you to basically check in with yourself. Where is your energy not in alignment? Meaning, where is your moderation unbalanced? Where are you indulging in your vices? Where are you getting involved in drama that doesn't involve you? Where are you spending time focusing on things that is actually distracting you from the attention that you need to be focusing on, such as the work of yourself, or again, like kind of the immediate things within your reality that require your attention? So I think this is a very, very powerful card that just kind of brings it back to the basics, that as we continue to serve others, it is essential that we get into this regular routine of being able to make sure that we know what it feels like when our energy is in alignment, because that way when our energy is not out of alignment, we can identify it quicker and then we can consciously bring it back. It's only if you unconsciously don't know what your energy is in alignment with that it will continue to be in non-alignment, so to speak. If your normal is not being in alignment, it's hard for you to even tell that you're not in alignment, right? But if you begin focusing on yourself and begin changing the little habits, practicing meditation, starting off with a little bit of a routine, starting off with a little bit of self-discipline, with a little bit of moderation, with that act of self-care, then you become much more aware of where you want to send your energy. And every single day becomes this opportunity to kind of like water the garden of your dream, instead of just going around and wasting your water and spraying it aimlessly, so to speak. Your energy is incredibly valuable. Don't let it go to waste. Stop wasting it on other people who aren't worth your energy. Stop wasting it on drama that doesn't involve you. Stop wasting it binge watching Netflix when you don't need to. Not saying that you never should, but saying you should do it in moderation. Stop doing it by just like indulging in vices all the time and everything like that. Like, this is a little bit of like a rude awakening card, but it's also a call to action. It's also a call to responsibility, because you are the only person that can bring your energy into alignment. It's totally up to you. But again, one of the things that's really helpful is being able to surround yourself with community of people who are also in the process of doing this, which again, inviting you guys, if you guys are listening to this right now and you guys are like, yo, I like what this is about. The team that we are building, that we have here, that we have already built through our team chat and through our Patreon, it is a team of people that are consciously working on themselves and consciously bringing themselves into alignment and serving others. It's no bullshit. Like, it's no drama or anything like that. It is a team of focused people, of focused artists and creators and entrepreneurs who are very self-aware. And if you're at a point where you're kind of developing that self-awareness, one of the best things you can do is surround yourself with other people who are also in the process of doing that and who do it as a regular basis. It becomes like your everyday. It becomes your like new kind of like level of being. And again, as you reach this new level of being, you're also opening yourself up to new gifts. You're also opening yourself up to new opportunities to be able to receive the things that you are ready for. If you're constantly in this place where you're out of alignment and your energy is just kind of like spread out all over the place, opposed to being focused where you need to be, the universe isn't going to give you those next lessons. The universe isn't going to give you like those next opportunities and those next gifts. It will literally just kind of keep perpetuating this cycle, and eventually it will probably give you like a rude awakening where it's just like, hey, you know what? You're destined for something greater. Stop playing small. Take responsibility. Get your shift together type thing, right? So this isn't a card where it's trying to say like it's not here to like beat you up or anything. Fish, I'm just doing the tarot reading right now, so I'm not doing a Q&A and everything like that. But if you go to my earlier videos, there's like a video I did. Go to my Instagram. I talk about reverse time theory on there. But again, this is a very, very powerful card that I think a lot of us can relate to, because it definitely is something that invites us to be able to focus on the things that we need to focus on, such as focusing on ourselves so that we can continue to serve others, opposed to being in this external place where we require validation. Because when your energy is not focused where you need be, you will find that you will be seeking validation from others. You will seek attention from others. You will see kind of this attitude where it's like, oh, tell me that I'm still special. Tell me that I'm still doing okay. And then what will happen is there will probably be other people who don't have their shit together, and you guys will just like feed off of each other's negativity and feed off of each other's pity. And I'm not trying to be mean here or something like that. I'm just trying to break through the illusion that if you're surrounded by friends who just play the pity party game, you're going to have to make the choice where you can still be like, hey, I love you, but hanging out with you all the time is actually not helping me move closer towards my dreams. There are things within this reality, reverse time theory wise, that are already there for you. And they will arrive to you sooner as you bring yourself into alignment and bring yourself into the vibration that matches you being able to receive them. However, if you use your free will to keep yourself out of alignment and just kind of keep your energy kind of like in this unfocused way, then those things will continue to wait for you to be able to be ready until you receive them. So that's the thing, like your destiny will beckon you, but it will also wait for you to be ready. And so when you're in alignment, the things that are meant for you will come to you sooner rather than later. And when they come to you sooner, that allows you to learn, allows you to utilize, it allows you to grow. And then you learn from that process. And then you move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. And this is how you literally level up. This is how you literally level up. And this is how you continue to move yourself into a place where you can continue to serve others from an optimistic place of experience, where you can teach others how to be able to break out of their own kind of like limiting belief patterns and wounded beliefs and things like that, and shitty habits and shitty food and everything like that. And again, if you're just like, well, where do I start? Start with the basics. Start by getting good food in your system. Good food's going to affect your brain chemistry. It's going to affect your brain nutrition. From there, you're going to be able to make better choices, and you're going to be able to use that willpower to be able to be like, you know what? I'm going to go to sleep early tonight. You know what? I'm going to tune in for our team podcast, and I'm going to tune in for our team meditation, and I'm going to commit myself to developing that. You know what? I'm going to go exercise today. You know what? I'm going to drink more water today and get more sunlight. You have to make those choices. And when you're not feeding yourself, even the basic things such as nutrition, you will probably convince yourself based on like a lower ego part that this is fine. You know, it's kind of like that thing. It's kind of like that meme of the dog and the house is burning. It's like, this is fine, right? Like, it's just like, okay, if you want to believe that, you can live in that illusion. But for those of us who hear a higher calling within our soul, the path is there. And the path is one of self-awareness. The path is making the unconscious conscious, becoming aware of these habits, changing them, not shaming ourselves, not guilting ourselves, using it as a teacher to be able to say like, oh, what? yeah, the way how I was doing things, that wasn't really getting me closer to my dreams. I'm going to have to do something different. So it's up to you. It's up to you to be able to do something different and do something that's going to bring your energy more into alignment with both yourself and the universe. And as you do that, you become a better conduit and consciousness and for the universe to kind of be able to like help guide you through these experiences. Again, leading you back to the wisdom of your own heart. When you're back to the wisdom of your own heart, you're back to that place where your intuition is going to kind of like open you up to new opportunities. When you start focusing on yourself and not just like in an egotistical way, but in a way to level up so that you can also help others and serve others, your life will change radically. The synchronicities will reflect that. The interactions in the community will reflect that. Old friends that you used to hang around who aren't really on the same vibration with you, you'll stop hanging out with them. You'll start finding new people and you'll start connecting with others who are on this shared path. So this is a very, very powerful card. I'm just going to wrap it up here. Drop some 1111s in the chat if this resonates with you. Because again, all I'm doing here is I'm just a messenger. I'm just a mirror to be able to give you something that you needed to hear in this moment. And if you're already in the process of continually working on aligning your energy, keep doing it. The world needs it. This is important. You can always learn how to refine it. And as you continue to align your energy, you will allow yourself to deepen your practice and also be able to open up to more creative expression and more way of serving others by teaching them how to do the same. What's that? You've gotten pretty good at aligning your energy? Great. Go lead meditation if you want to. Go teach others about nutrition. Go teach others about physical exercise. Go teach others about connecting with nature. Teach others how to do it. We have to break people out of like old paradigms that have them kind of locked into this place of unfocused energy habits. You know, when you look at it, society, it thrives off of you giving them your energy. We need to reclaim our story by being able to say, you know what? I'm not going to give my energy to the news. I'm not going to give my energy to eating shitty food. I'm not going to give my energy to watching football every Sunday. I'm not going to give my energy to going to the bar and getting drunk with all the other people every single night. I'm not going to give my energy to indulging myself in senseless drama that doesn't involve me. I'm going to turn myself inwards. I'm going to focus my energy inwards. I'm going to connect with nature. I'm going to connect with my well-being. I'm going to ask what it is that I need. Really, just ask yourself, what do I need? What is needed? What do I need right now? And as you listen to that, you'll get an answer. And the answer might be as simple as like, go take a walk, get good food, invest in yourself. You are the most important investment. And as you invest in yourself, you allow yourself to be able to show up for others. Align with the universe, and the universe will align with you. Navigate distractions. Pay attention to where the things in your reality are trying to draw like and pull your energy. Observe them and be like, that's a distraction, and then bring yourself back to focus. The more you focus on what it is that you're working towards, the sooner you will reach it, the sooner it will arrive. And again, the things that you feel called to focus on from a healthy place, those are literally like the things that are bringing forth more of your potential. They're there to be able to unlock more of your creative abilities and your divine talents so that you can serve others. Very, very cool card there. I feel like I could talk about that for a bit, but I'm just going to wrap it up here just to be able to conserve my own energy. Drop those 1111s in the chat if this resonates with you, and drop a little bit of an affirmation. Pinox says, I am taking time to focus on alignment with my true nature. I am resting my body and healing my timeline. I am not sending my energy to spaces that no longer serve me. Very well said, Pinox. UOU says, pray for those who detach yourself from afar, sending love. Kyle says, I am looking inward and listening to my body and my intuition about what I truly need. Well said, Kyle. Shannon, I'm going to work on eating again, drinking water, and stop going to sleep at 4 a.m. every night. Well done, Shannon. You guys can do this. And again, surround yourself with community. Surround yourself with other people who are on the shared path. Wake up and do our meditations. Tomorrow, if you're just like, I want to step into this, join in for our team meditation tomorrow, 10 a.m. EST. For those of you on TikTok, make sure you guys click the link in my profile to subscribe on YouTube, and you can tune in for our team meditation tomorrow morning. And start your day off with focus and intention and inspiration and a collective community team space. That is super, super important. Routines, habits, rituals, do those things because they will change your life. When you change how you do one thing, you change how you do everything. So, whew, beautiful. Riley meme? Yeah, that was me. I was helping facilitate the global team meditation a while back. That's on my YouTube channel. If you click the link in my profile, you can connect to my YouTube. We got another team meditation coming up this Thursday, which is August 27th. Make sure you guys are tuned in for that, 8 p.m. EST. And again, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Beautiful team. Drop those 1111s if you haven't already. Let me know how that resonates with you, and drop an affirmation relative to the message. My affirmation: I will continue to focus my energy in alignment with my heart, the universe, so that I continue to develop and sharpen my focus, so that I may continue to serve others as I become a brighter and better beacon for conduit consciousness, compassion, and creativity. So done and done. There we go. And that's how you change the world, by working on yourself and helping others. Seriously, that's how you change the world, by leading others back to the wisdom of your own heart. Pinox, when I started joining the morning meditations, helped change my entire day. Right? Absolutely, Pinox. Awesome. Rai, thank you so much for joining in. Rai says that they joined in just with the message at the right time. Rai, again, make sure you guys are like connected further. Like, make sure you're following me and stuff like that. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube to make sure you're like not missing all the other stuff that we do in our regular team tarot that we do. Beautiful. Shannon says, thank you so much. Appreciate you and all that stayed tuned. Beautiful. Yeah, good job, team. Good job, team, on holding space. These tarot readings are like very intentional and very focused with their energy. So you guys just being tuned in for this is a good investment for yourself, because it gives you a little bit of instruction, meditation, mindfulness. It gives you a little bit of an affirmation, and it gives you that little bit of a boost to be able to be like, okay, I know what I got to do next, right? So beautiful, team. All right, team, we're going to take a little bit of an intermission here. If there's somebody else who is ready to sign up for the Patreon, we'll stand by. If there's nobody else ready to sign up for the Patreon right now, we're going to conclude the broadcast, but we'll take a few more moments here. And again, for those of you who are tuned in, joining on the Patreon is where you can join with a monthly contribution to support not only the work that I do, but also the community. Plus, when you join at the $11 a month, you can join as a leading member in our community, which gives you access to our full team chat and access to additional support to support you as a conscious creator. And that's where I help you, like using my over like million years of creative as like expert experience as a conscious media creator, to be able to help like support you in developing your skills. And just being in the space of the community and with other like-minded people is a super healthy investment for yourself. That's definitely worthwhile. Again, it's like investing in good food or investing in going to the gym. Go ahead and sign up for the Patreon. It only takes 5 minutes to sign up. For those of you on TikTok, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube if you guys want to jump over there. Patreon link is in my profile, YouTube link's in my profile, and YouTube link I'll post it into the chat. If anybody is thinking of signing up for the Patreon in the next couple minutes, go ahead and drop a 555 in the chat. I'm down to do one more reading, and then after that we'll wrap it up. However, again, like I said, or that might have been the last reading. It just depends. If you guys are looking for another reading, again, joining on the Patreon, or if anybody wants to increase their Patreon pledge, you guys are welcome to do that. But like, I got enough energy for one more reading. I have to be mindful, because like, this is hard work doing this. You guys know that. Like, this is like, because this is like me like putting on a show for like 3 hours straight, right? Beautiful. Yo, Mr. Nolan, seeing you popping in on Instagram. This has been a good reading so far, eh, team? You guys have gotten a lot out of this, no doubt. Gio, dropping a 555 in the chat. Awesome. Gio, if you're thinking about signing up for the Patreon, go ahead and let us know if you're doing that now, and we'll stand by. Like, well, I'll just take a little bit of a break. I need to do that. Again, for those of you on TikTok, I invite you guys. Yeah, I know we're almost up to 200, right? Mr. Nolan's like, yeah, we're almost at 200. You guys have seen me working on this, and I thank you guys so much. Like, what I'm doing with like doing these readings, there's multiple aspects to it. We're inspiring you guys, we're building the team, and this is literally like an alchemical process of me transforming my focus into building the Patreon, which allows me to receive additional support to support you guys further. It's a very reciprocal, sacred commerce model. It's very powerful. So I appreciate you guys. And again, it's kind of like this idea that like the people who resonate with it will connect to it. So I don't have to sell you guys on anything. I'm just simply telling you and inviting, and the people who resonate with it will be like, yo, I want to do that. So, but again, for those of you on TikTok, if you're pretty new to my stuff, you guys are welcome. And then for those of you on YouTube, you guys are welcome to join our team chat. That is where you can connect to it's our Discord server. Discord's like a chat app. You can join the team chat in the public chat, and then you can see the whole layout. It's a very professional space. It's very intentional. It's almost like a digital co-op, media co-op. It's basically what it's like. It's almost like a digital production studio, essentially, right? Like you guys are leading members. You guys kind of get that, right? Like, do you guys get that vibe where it's like, again, kind of like this like community, like collective co-op space. It's like a production studio, which is, again, coming from my experience literally working in media production studios. And then basically I'm like, okay, that worked. And then I was like, okay, let's kind of like model this in a digital space. And so that's what we've been kind of been doing. Sweet. Awesome, guys. We did just get another new Patreon sign up. Thank you so much. Thank you to Josh. Josh, let me know where you are in the chat. And I'm not sure if Josh is Geo, but Josh, let me know who you are in the chat. And it looks like we got one more reading, guys. So let's get ready to move into this. And I'll let you guys know if I'm like, okay, guys, sorry, guys, I gotta take a break. But you guys honestly give me energy. And plus, I am committed to doing the work, man. We're going to reach 200 this month, and then we're going to go past it. So, because after 200, our next goal is going to be 230. So, and then eventually it'll be 260, and then 290. So, and the journey continues. And again, with each person that we're inviting, we're building the team. We're like reassembling this like ancient team of light guardians. And I appreciate you guys so much. Like this team, like, joining this team for some of you will be something that will change your life, and it will be about building connections that will be like something that will continue to be a part of your life. Like this isn't something where it's like, oh, this is summer camp and it's over in 2 weeks. This is about being able to build a team and to deepen our relationships, to show up in a professional way, in a professional atmosphere, to show up in a very like empowering way, and to continue to do this for the years to come, because conscious creators are one of the most important things that all of us can be right now, to intentionally be conduits of consciousness to help plant seeds and inspire others. Because as conscious creators, we create the story. The narrative right now is one of the most important resources, so we need to be able to consciously choose what narrative we're creating. So let's choose an empowering one of a team coming together. Josh, Geo, thank you so much. For everybody here, go ahead and give a nice thank you to Geo into the YouTube chat. And let's get ready to move right into this next reading. This will be the last reading, unless if we can reach 196 while we're on here, dude, team, like intentions manifested next level. Like this has been such an in-depth broadcast, and we've got new decks. I don't know if you saw that, Mr. Nolan. We've got 2 new decks we're using. Pinocchio says, joining this team on the Patreon has already changed my life in so many beautiful ways. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Pinocchio. Pinocchio, are you leading a team meditation this week? Did you say that you were doing that? You were talking about maybe doing that this week, I think. Natasha's leading on Tuesday. Pinocchio, I think, is probably leading either this week or soon enough. And I'll be leading meditation Monday and Friday, as per usual. Josh, go ahead and let me know what deck you want. 1 second. I'm just pacing myself. Oh, did you guys... I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you guys see the Crystal Skull? This was given to us by Joel. I'm not sure if Joel's tuned in right now. This is a fluorite crystal skull. Dude, this thing's heavy, man. Like, this thing is so beautiful. Joel, thank you again for your support. All right. Geo, if you haven't yet, make sure you're connected to the team chat and the Discord channel, and then just let us know afterwards. You'd be like, yo, this is Josh. I joined on Patreon, and I'd like to be added as a leading member. And then we'll add you there. And Monday, so team meditation is Monday, 10 a.m. EST. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. EST. Jen, I see your comment in the chat. Make sure you're connected to the team chat. I'll post a link for the team chat right now just so you guys can have it. Because I know everybody here is already like in alignment with what we're talking about. That's our team chat right there. So yeah, team chat. Join the team chat. When you join the team chat, we post the links for the meditations in the team chat ahead of time. So like obviously mine's on YouTube, so you'll see it through my channel. Others are on their own YouTube. And the links are posted to the team chat. Jen, thank you so much for making the jump over from TikTok. Josh, let's see. What deck would you like, Josh? I'll show you what our options are. We got 4 decks now. And let's work on getting another Patreon sign up before 6:30 if possible for anybody else. And again, for those of you who are new, just connect to the team chat if you feel called, if you're in resonance with what this group is about. Mr. Nolan, leaving another kind comment, says, this group helped ground me so much and allowed me to connect with other like-minded souls, helped me make sure I wasn't going crazy. Thank you, Mr. Nolan. You are an appreciated member of the community. Thank you for your unique expression and your weird. So I don't know if you might have missed that card earlier, Mr. Nolan. There was one card and it said weird is the new cool. Like that was literally what the card was. It's from our new deck. All right, look at all these tarot decks. Like this is ridiculous. This is like, okay, Josh, what deck would you like to use from? Ananda Tarot deck. That's like the one that we start off the broadcast with. That's traditional tarot. Lightworker Oracle deck. This one's got some pretty cool symbolism that's specific for Lightworkers. We haven't used a Lightworker Oracle deck so far today. So I would encourage you to maybe go with this one. We haven't used this one today. Hero's Journey. This is a new one. And Sacred Spirit. Go ahead and let us know which one you want. And again, these readings, these are for the collective. So Josh is going to help us facilitate, but the readings are literally for the collective. Whew. All right, guys. Like I said, this will be the last reading, but if we do have another person signed up for the Patreon, we'll do that. Reminder for the Patreon, contributions only process on the 1st of each month. So just be aware of that, guys, when it does process. And even if you sign up today, the contributions don't process till September 1st. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys just being here and adding your support and co-creating this amazing team that we're building together. Sending out this very powerful beacon. So, all right, we're going with the Lightworker. Good call, Josh. Good call. All right, team. Let's get ready to do the Lightworker Oracle deck. As I'm already holding it, so I guess I knew we were doing that one. Yo, what's up, everybody? For those of you tuned in on TikTok, we're just getting ready to go into another reading here. All right, Josh, let me know that you're ready. And we'll drop into the meditation. Josh, how new are you, if you don't mind me asking? Like, I'm just trying to remember, because I feel like I've seen your username. I'm just trying to remember how long ago that was. Like, how long have you been aware of the community? If you don't mind me, just like, if you can just give us a rough estimate. Because I know there's gonna be like some people that are quite new, but then there's other people that have been like following us for, you know, quite some time. So. And that's exciting, right? It's exciting for you guys to be like, yo, like, Brendan, I've been following your stuff for like years, and now I'm being able to join on the Patreon. That's so dope. Okay. All right, team. Let's get right into this next reading. We're going to use the Lightworker Oracle deck. Josh is going to help facilitate. Everybody here, you're going to do a little meditation. Guys, I think we can make 196. Like, one more Patreon sign up away. Oh my goodness, we're so close. Whew. And then the next milestone is 200 after that. We're in the home stretch. We're gonna do it. It's hard work, but it's worth it. All right, Josh. Everybody here, let's get ready to move into this little meditation. Let me just confirm we're still broadcasting. For those of you on TikTok and Instagram, click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube. Yeah, okay, Geo. Okay, Geo, I'm just trying to remember, like, did you also go by Neo Geo? Like, there's another Geo, and I'm just trying to remember if it's the same Geo. But you said you've seen me around forever, at least 10 years. Oh, absolutely. It's been at least 10 years. That's so cool. Dude, thank you so much. I mean, the fact that I was literally just saying that, I was like, yeah, some people have been following me for... Guys, I've been doing this for 10 years. Like, what the frick? Do I get a special ribbon or something? I mean, I feel like I already got it, but... You guys, like, what we're creating together is the reward in itself. The journey is the reward, so. Josh, thank you so much for adding your support. All right, team, let's get right into this next reading. Thank you again, everyone. And we still got about 10 people tuned in on YouTube. We'll see if we can get that one more reading after this and reach 196. Okay, Josh, you ready? For everybody here? Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. I think it is crazy, the fact that, like, I've been doing this for so long. So okay, so Josh, okay, so I was just, yeah, okay, thank you for confirming, Josh. I didn't think that you were Neo Geo is another person. So okay, cool, nice to meet you, Josh. I'm not sure, Josh, have we talked, like, have we direct messaged previously? If we have, I apologize if I'm not putting two and two together at the moment. Obviously I talked to a lot of people, but thank you again, Josh, for adding your support. Alright, for those of you tuning in on TikTok, thank you again, everyone, for joining in. For those of you on my Mystic Spider-Man account, yeah, I have 2 devices, that's why. So both of them are for their own, and like both of them are like accounts that are different parts of the work that I do. So alright, let's do this, team. For everybody here, join us in this little meditation. For those of you just joining in on TikTok, go ahead, click the link in my profile to join in. As we do this, we're going to focus our intention, show us what we need to see. Here we go. Josh, thank you again. Everybody, go ahead, join in. Taking a moment here, closing your eyes, opening up your chest, relaxing your face. Gently begin to connect with your breath. You can put your hand on your chest if you want. And from here, gently, just allow yourself to bring yourself into this space of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself, gratitude for the sacred space, gratitude for the messages we are about to receive, gratitude for this team, this beautiful team of shifters, people actively helping assist with the shift in consciousness, light guardians. Holding this gratitude within our hearts, everybody here, focus your attention on the intention. Show us what we need to see. We being the collective, we being the team, we being the individual. Continue to focus on this intention for everybody here, for Josh. Show us what we need to see. Speak it with your heart, speak it with your mind, speak it with your words, speak it with your soul. Josh, take a few more breaths here. Listen to your intuition, and when you're ready, type now into the chat. For everybody else, gently open your eyes and type your wizard noises in the chat while still focusing on that intention. We're going to charge up the deck just a little bit more, as I'm just like, just a little bit more shuffle. Just a little, it's like just one more. Here we go. Wizard noises, charge up that deck. Here we go, team. And my goodness, my friends, what a pleasure it is to be within this story as we continue to remember what is deep within our hearts, what is seen throughout this land, which reaches far above the skies, which is found within our hands. The magic that is small and the magic that is big, the magic that is inside of us, that is here and is here to be able to bring forth what rhymes with big? Big, lig, mig, sigs. Anyways, continuing to breathe into our chest, we open our heart to see what is best as we continue to awaken the magic from within the cards. As now, just Josh says now, we will see what message the cards bring forth and have always been splitting the deck. Pew 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 woobity woobity whoop. Your guys' wizard noises just make me laugh. I love them. All right, okay. Here we go. Card that we have pulled with Josh helping facilitate for everybody. If you guys are tuned in right now, this card is for you. The card that we have pulled is card number 10, the power of the divine masculine. Card number 10, the power of the divine masculine. Give me 2 seconds here. We're just going to open up the deck. Again, this is a reading for everybody. It's not just one person who's getting this. If you're tuned in, this message is for you. That's how we do this. It's like a collective team reading. That way so everybody just constantly gets unlimited value. All right, give me 2 seconds here. As we're diving into this team, let's work on getting that next Patreon sign up. For those of you who are new on my TikTok, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. That's the primary place where you can join in with the team there. And again, we'll invite people to join in on the Patreon. This will be our last reading unless we do have another person signed up for the Patreon. Join on Patreon with a monthly contribution and join as a leading member in our community. Not only support me, but get support in return. Awesome stuff. Let's focus in on this reading. Here we go. Card number 10, Power of the Divine Masculine. I'm just going to explain the card visually. This is a very, very beautiful image of this card. You can see this card here of this male figure with kind of like two versions of their face coming out from the left and the right. And they're kind of holding their hands as they're kind of like manipulating matter down below, kind of like a wizard you can kind of see there. And you can see behind them, there's like this very powerful symbolism of almost like a bird version of a human. Not quite an angel, but like almost like, I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of hard to explain. They kind of got like, they're kind of like their arms are extended. Maybe they're wings, maybe they're not. But down below, it's hard to see, but there's actually like little pyramids, like little like pyramids of Egypt there. You can see there for those of you on TikTok as well. And just these beautiful colors. You can also see this kind of like a pyramid down below. Again, kind of like the upward facing triangle, which usually associates with like the male principle, whereas like the downward facing triangle is kind of the female principle. And just this beautiful kind of like serenity on the face of this being. You can see the clouds in the background, beautiful spirals. And yeah, these are like kind of like atoms or something, molecules, manipulating molecules and stuff like that. Again, just explaining the card visually, that's all I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to dive into the reading here. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Thank you again, team. Again, this will be our last reading for today, unless we have somebody else signed up for the Patreon and we reach our goal of 196 on Patreon. We're one away. If you guys are tuned in on TikTok and you guys are a fan of my work, consider joining on the Patreon. Links in my profile. But first, click the link in my profile to join in on YouTube. You guys are ready for this? Here we go. If you're here, this message is for you. Card number 10, Power of the Divine Masculine. An empowering energy seeks expression from within. It wishes to free you from confusion, paralysis, and stagnancy. It seeks to stir you into consciously chosen action, greater discipline, and focus. It's time to end the frustration of repeating old patterns. You are ready to break through into a new way of life. Feel inspired, be energized, and focus on your dreams and desires. Take steps to manifest them on the physical plane. Believe your success is inevitable. It's interesting when we do these readings, you'll find that one card kind of leads into the next. The past card that we did actually relates a lot to this card, a lot to do with, again, kind of being able to like focus our energy, universal alignment. Here we go. As I'm reading this, if anything I say resonates, drop an 1111 in the chat, write out some affirmations based on the messages coming through. The divine masculine in you knows when to accept and when to say no to a belief, fear, habit, person, or situation. This divine masculine energy exists within all men and women. It rallies the spirit and responds in times when you may feel drained, taken advantage of, or overwhelmed by too many choices and demands. It cuts through the confusion that comes with choice and priority setting. It refuses to be distracted and keeps you from being dissuaded from your life purpose. The divine masculine is growing within you now. It is the spiritual light that reveals the truth without filters or veils. Let this energy clear distractions, demands, and drama from your life. Can I get a hello there? I'm going to reread that again. Let this energy clear distractions, demands, and drama from your life. Whew. Let it help you discern what is best for you and give you the courage to act on it. Let it help you sort out what is true from what is illusion. Let it help you dedicate your time and energy to what has most meaning for you. It will empower you to claim success in what matters most to you. The divine masculine overcomes procrastination. It acts again and again in accordance with the heart. Divine masculine energy empowers each leading light to lovingly assert him or herself into the world. It supports us in standing up for what has meaning to the heart, whilst lovingly but firmly saying no when we need to do so. Do not minimize your divine inner masculine, whether you be a man or woman. Nourish it. However, if your masculine energy has been trapped in the wounds of your ancestors, he may demand absolute perfection before you believe you are worthy of love. He may even be violent towards you, perhaps keeping you from saying no to violent relationships or self-harming. Through self-harming, in brackets, through over-exercising, denying your body nutrition or rest, or by ignoring your feelings, vulnerabilities, and intuitive wisdom. He may need healing from your inner divine feminine to feel loved, valuable, worthy, needed, and respected. Then the inner misogynist will fall away as a new empowered divine masculine asserts itself within you. Learn to trust this part of yourself. Let him become strong in you. He can be your guide, protector, defender. Trust when he says no to something or someone. Trust when he says you are ready for this and encourages you to act. As you trust in him, you will trust yourself to be visible. Your inner divine masculine will help you shine your light without fear, so others can also find their way through darkness into love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, give me 2 seconds here. Very, very powerful card. All right, again, drop those 1111s if anything I say resonates with you. For those of you on TikTok or Instagram, do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Click the link on my profile to be able to join in on YouTube. For those of you who are tuned in, this reading is for you. This is a collective reading. You don't have to worry about asking for an individual reading. This reading is for you. So write out any affirmations based on the information of this card as we continue to go through it. I'm just going to continue to channel additional inspiration to be able to reflect on the message of this card. Once again, this is a very, very powerful card to be able to receive. And it's a card that really reminds us about the importance of understanding that there is an energy inside of us that wants us to succeed. It wants us to move forward. It wants us to evolve. It wants us to kind of be able to propel through our challenges and to be able to pierce through our illusions. The masculine energy, when compared to the feminine energy, I often think of it quite simply as being able to see it as like the difference between a straight line and a curved line. The straight line is like, yo, let's go from A to B and we'll accomplish an objective. The curved line, which is more of the feminine line, is kind of, hey, on our way to A and B, let's dance around a little bit, explore, like find new things that might have been hidden. But then eventually we will get to place B and it will be about the journey. Whereas the masculine energy, as much as it is about the journey, it is also about being able to really focus on the objectives, focus on what is needed, focus on what it is that you're moving towards. So with this card, it's really inviting us to begin reflecting on what our relationship is with the divine masculine energy inside of us. Joker, click the link in my profile to be able to check out my item shop for the Light Guardian crystals. That's where you can get those. And Patreon supporters get a discount. Sorry, just replying to a comment in the chat. But again, the divine masculine energy is something that is inside of us, and it will show up in different ways based on kind of kind of our relationship with it and whether or not it needs healing. So the divine masculine energy inside of us, when it's not healed, it usually shows up in us not being able to assert for ourselves. You know, it's kind of like this thing where like people will kind of tell us what to do and we just kind of like subject to it. Or if we have a dream that we want to be able to follow, we don't fully have the confidence in being able to do it because we don't think that it's worthy, because we don't feel that we have permission. This card is reminding us that we are the ones that give ourselves permission, and we give ourselves permission by being able to connect to that energy that is coming from our heart, that is like designed to be able to move us towards our dream. There is an energy inside of you that is there to be able to cut through bullshit, that is there to be able to pierce through illusion, that is there to be able to call you out when you may be kind of faltering and things like that, to be able to make sure that you're developing discipline, to be able to make sure that you're focusing your energy. Going back to the previous card that was all about focusing energy and aligning with ourselves in the universe, this card kind of really takes that to another level, where as we continue to align with ourselves through the basic things, through focusing on our exercise, our diet, our sunlight, sleep, water, meaningful social interaction, community, it's then taking us into that next step where we continue to focus our energy towards accomplishing our goals, accomplishing our creative endeavors, accomplishing our personal goals, our collective goals, our ways in which we can show up for the community. So this is a very, very powerful card that for many of us will be different depending on where we are at. And for a lot of females, those who identify as females, this is something that more and more of you are being able to step into. This idea of being able to say, like, you know what? I feel called to be like more assertive. If there's something that I feel called to do within my heart, I'm going to do it. I don't need someone's permission to do it. I'm going to do it. And so on behalf of the universe, this is me giving you permission to be able to do that which is called to you within your heart. Because what is calling to you within your heart is literally, reverse time theory wise, futures that already exist that are there to be able to help bring forth your gifts. So when you make that free will, when you use that free will to be able to connect with this divine energy, you're allowing yourself to be able to move into those futures sooner rather than later. When your divine masculine is kind of not fully healed or not fully present, it'll be kind of like this energy where it's like, you know what? I really feel like I want to do this thing, but maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Like, why? What? You know, it's just kind of like very like kind of like passive and things like that. Whereas like the divine masculine energy that is a little bit more healed will be like, as long as what it is that you're moving towards is something that is coming from a heart place opposed to like an egoic place, because that could be kind of like an imbalanced version of the masculine, you will be given this like extra boost of energy to be able to be like, you know what? Like, I feel called to it. That means there's something there for me. That means that there's an opportunity for my growth. I have the confidence. I have the knowing. I have the ability to be able to step into this, even if it's something that's outside of my comfort zone. This card really encourages us to go beyond our boundaries, to push forward into our boundaries, to kind of like become that hero within our journey in a way that invites us to really be able to stand strong within our power, so that we can also inspire others to do the same, and so that we can really step into this place of being able to know that we are worthy of the dreams that we carry. The dreams that we carry aren't just something where it's like, oh, it's in your heart, but just kidding, it's not for you. Like, no, if you have a dream within your heart, it is yours to be able to move towards, as long as that dream is coming from like a heart-centered place, opposed to just being like, like, I want to be the most popular guy at school or something like that. You'll see different people with different relationships with their egoic energy, and that type of relationship, when it's unbalanced, will become very egocentric, and it will often kind of lead to its own lessons, where eventually people will be like, whoa, okay, that divine masculine energy, which I didn't identify as masculine energy, it wasn't even divine masculine energy, it was actually just kind of like toxic masculine energy, was kind of coming off as like pompous and hierarchical, and I'm better than thou, and kind of like showing up in this place where it's just like, do what I say and stuff like that. As long as you continue to be able to connect with your heart and also be able to connect with like the feminine energy inside of you, you're going to be able to really utilize this energy to a higher degree of capability, that's going to allow you to be gentle with yourself yet firm, to be understanding of yourself yet determined. And when you can really tap into that type of energy, you can really allow yourself to become more aware of the focus that you're cultivating when it's not focus, and be able to make the choices that you need to make in order to be able to bring back your focus. So that's what I like in this, where again, like, this is a card that is really inviting us to be able to know when to say yes and when to say no, and to know that when you say no, that is also you saying yes to yourself. So say, for example, if you're just like getting into this habit where somebody's like, hey man, want to come out this weekend and get drunk with all the friends like we do every weekend, you can literally be like, you know what, I'm gonna, like, even though like that may be like a total like bro fest, like a bro circle or something like that, instead, like, because that's like, oh, that's what the bros do, that's masculine energy and stuff like that. Another higher level conscious of divine masculine energy, and not to say there's nothing wrong without hanging out with bros, but if you've been doing it all the time and it's kind of draining your focus and moving you away from your objectives, it's up to you to make that choice to be able to be like, you know what, bro, like, I'm gonna pass on this one. I love you, I appreciate you, but I've got other things I need to focus on. I'm saying no to that because I'm saying yes to myself. And so what do you want to say yes to within yourself? This card is reminding you that as you tap into that divine masculine energy, it will refine your willpower. It will refine your discipline. It will refine your ability to get really kind of clear and consistent and solid, and to cut through the bullshit, to stop making excuses. When your divine masculine energy is kind of out of alignment, you'll probably make excuses a lot. You'll probably kind of get into this habit of just kind of being like, oh, like, I really want to do this, but I'm not good enough, or maybe people won't think it's cool, or maybe people will think I'm weird. Going back to their previous card, where now, as you continue to level up and honor your weird, honor and step into that place where it'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm weird, fuck yeah, I'm magic, I'm going to move towards this because it's something within my heart, and it is in my heart because it is there for me to move towards it. The path is there for me to be able to walk, and you own it. This card is about owning your worth, owning your energy, saying yes to yourself, and saying no to distractions, and staying very, very focused, and also being able to invite yourself into deeper places of healing, where again, it's also the gentleness and the feminine energy which allows us to kind of heal the masculine energy as well. So for the men, like the like those who have kind of been brought as like males up within this culture, this is an opportunity for us to be able to, like, in some ways be able to make sure and check in to make sure that our divine masculine energy is in check and not out of balance based on kind of like egoic behavior, but also to be able to bring in the awareness of the divine feminine energy, to be able to honor and be able to say, like, you know what, it's okay for you to say yes. It's okay for you to claim what you desire from a heart-centered place. You can do this. Like, it's okay. It's okay for you to, like, stand in your power. And as you continue to bring in that feminine energy, the feminine energy will kind of like be there, kind of like holding up the divine masculine energy. And then again, the divine masculine energy can actually clear the path for further exploration and deepening of the divine masculine energy. For example, the divine masculine energy can be the energy that could literally be like, you know what? I'm going to start taking dance more often, right? Like, fuck you guys who told me I can't do dance because they told me it was a sissy thing to do, and because they told me I'm a wuss and things like that. Fuck you. Like, I'm doing this because it is within my heart and because I feel called to it, and I am saying yes to myself in this moment. And when you make that choice for yourself, you're also honoring this idea of being able to move towards a path where you're actually creating space for more of the expression of the divine feminine, which can be very, very powerful. So I think with this, it's being able to really honor that divine masculine energy become aware of where it may need healing, nourishing it, and then moving towards the things that we feel called to do, saying yes to the things that we want to be able to do, and saying no to the things that are distracting us, and really, really keeping in check with ourselves, and really being able to tap into that intuitive voice, intuitive wisdom of divine masculine within our heart, because that will be a part of ourselves that will sometimes loudly say no and say yes at different times. And we need to get good at listening to that. So for example, if you're there and you're just like, and something excites you, one of the best pieces of advice I give people is the idea of like, follow that which makes your heart sing, follow that which excites you, so to speak, And so if you're kind of in something, you're just like, you see somebody doing something, you're like, whoa, like that's really exciting. Like if you feel that, you'll hear a voice inside of you that says like, I want to do that. Like, I want to do that. Yes, 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 yes. Manifest that reality. Bring me into that reality. I want to do that. Listen to that, because when it's coming from a heart-centered place, that is like the power of you creating a reality that pierces through bullshit that will take you to that destination. Instead of just convincing yourself that it's not worth it and that, like people are going to make fun of you and everything like that. So this is about really being able to learn to trust yourself and let this strength really begin to cultivate in you. And this strength is also going to be there to guide you and to protect you and to be a defender. And when energy comes that is not fully there to serve you, this will be an energy, the divine masculine energy will be the energy that will defend you against it. It will say like, hey, you know what? This energy, these people, like they're distracting, they're taking away your focus, they don't have your best interest in mind. No, I'm saying no to that. Like some people, they have a hard time saying no, and they have a hard time saying no because they have a hard time being able to kind of utilize their divine masculine energy as a result of that. So when you allow yourself to kind of like really honor this idea that saying no is actually a place of power that you can step into, then you can utilize that to be able to say no as a way of saying yes to yourself. And as a result of that, you continue to stay focused. You continue to stay focused on that, which it is that you are being called towards. So this is a very, very powerful card. Drop those 1111s in the chat. Let me know if this resonates with you. I'm just going to wrap it up here. Your divine masculine will help you shine your light without fear so others can find their way through the darkness. This is a very powerful card that really relates to the themes of the team that we are building. We are building a team that is both strong in divine masculine and divine feminine energy. We are strong in our ability to tap into our creative potential and express it from a place of like not feeling shame, but also to be strong in our masculine energy that keeps us focused and disciplined and in alignment as we continue to move towards our dreams and our objectives and our goals so that we can continue to serve others. Because that's the idea. Like the things that are within your heart, they're not just for you. You are being called to them because they are there to bring forth your gifts. So you have the free will. You have the free will to just kind of like, like do whatever you want. You have the free will to drop things at any moment and just be like, I'm just going to hang out here and not do anything and stuff like that. Or you can be able to be like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And one of the best ways to help motivate you on that is to surround yourself with people who are also doing this. Surround yourself with an environment that is going to support the ecosystem for this energy. Surround yourself, like create an ecosystem that is going to support this energy. And then you start creating the habit, and then you start creating the momentum, and then you start creating the consistency. Start practicing the development and the refinement of your willpower, of your temperance. Get better at saying no to things that are distracting and not focusing your energy, and get yes to saying the things that are unlocking more parts of your soul, that are nurturing your excitement, that are moving you closer towards your dreams, and that are helping unlock more of your creative potential. Super, super powerful card. Let's all tap into more of our divine masculine energy as we allow ourselves to move forward into the future and what we are called to with a strong yes and without fear. Because if it is in you, it is for you, and it's more than just for you. It is there to unlock your gifts, and it's there for you to become a brighter light, to inspire others to do the same, and for them to be able to like shine, to see their own light through their darkness by seeing you do it. Drop those affirmations down in the chat. What's an affirmation that relates to the message of this card? And I'm going to read the little invocation here as well. So drop those 1111s if this resonates with you. And affirmation, I'm just going to pull from my heart here. I affirm to continue to honor the divine masculine energy inside of me as I commit to saying yes to the things that serve my spirit and no to the things that distract me through fascinations and false narratives. I am committed to following that which I am called to so I can continue to level up, serve myself, and continue to serve others in the collective shift in consciousness. That's what I'm about, man. Like, I mean, if you guys like, again, let me be an example, and I'm only using myself as an example just because I'm familiar with who I am, but I am someone that a lot of people would say like is a decent reflection and embodiment of divine masculine and divine feminine energies, where like I'm very like focused on creating things. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna create this video, I do it. Yo, I'm gonna facilitate this broadcast, I do it. Yo, I'm gonna get 200 supporters on Patreon, I'm gonna do it. Yo, I'm gonna build this community, I'm gonna like, there's a lot of that I practice that has come through me doing it over the years. It's something you train, it's something you get better at doing. But at the same time, I'm also very in tune with my emotions, I'm also very in tune with my creative expression, I'm also very in tune with my feelings, with nature, with all of these things. So balance, find that balance where the masculine energy supports the feminine energy and the feminine energy supports the masculine energy, and that's where you really create this divine marriage within you that allows you to become like this super powerful wizard that you are here to be. Super powerful card number 10, power of the divine masculine. Let's all tap into that energy inside of us as we balance it. Gonna read this little invocation, drop some affirmations down the chat. Invocation here. As I read this, imagine you're like hearing it within like you saying it to yourself. I call upon the unconditionally loving divine masculine within me. I respect, honor, and need you. I release past pain in how we related to each other. We are blessed with divine love and healing now. Help me to have courage and self-belief to live my truth and be open about who I am. I honor your strength and power within me. I know that for every dream the divine has placed in my heart, so too has equal measure of confidence, intelligence, and strength and capacity been placed in my soul. I'm going to reread that part. That part sums it up really well. This part right here is probably like one of the most important messages that I'll be able to share with you today. I know that for every dream the divine has placed in my heart, so too has equal measure of confidence, intelligence, strength, and capacity been placed in my soul. What that basically means is that there's no dream that is inside of you that is not there for you in that sense. So like the things that you feel called to do are there to bring forth the strength within you. Are the challenges of our life give us the gift of our strength. The challenges of our life give us the gifts of our strength. Super powerful idea. I choose to have the courage of my convictions and to journey within to find whatever I need to bring my light fully to the world. May all beings be supported in overcoming pain related to the masculine principle. May all beings restore, heal, and love and respect him and the divine purpose in the spiritual evolution of humanity. Through my own free will, I invite unconditional love to assist with this process for all beings. So be it. Beautiful card, guys. Go ahead, drop those affirmations down in the chat. We'll read a couple of those on air. Divine power. Power of the divine masculine. Super powerful card. Josh, thank you again so much for helping facilitate that reading for the team. That was an amazing card to be able to see in this moment. Kyle dropping some affirmations. Sean dropped some affirmations. Allow myself to be at ease to see that which takes me off my center objectively. Thank you, Sean. Stella, I give myself permission to cut through the bullshit. Well said, Stella. Kyle, I am accepting that no answers are exactly as divinely inspired, guided, and approved as my yes answers. No is not a rejection, it is protection. Very well said, Kyle. Absolutely. Like, no is like you honoring the sanctity of your focus. Stella, I used to really struggle with no. Absolutely. Didn't we all? Kyle, if it is in me, it is for me. Very powerful. I will meditate on this. Awesome. Well said, Kyle. Thank you for echoing that back. Good job, everyone. That was amazing. That was a great reading here. I'm gonna take a little bit of an intermission. We're gonna hang out here just for a bit. I'm ready to wrap up this broadcast, but if you guys want to do one more reading, I can do one more. And again, that would be for one more person that signs up for a Patreon. And that would, like, honestly, the reason why I would otherwise just say, like, we're done now, like, I'm ready to go. But for the purpose of hitting the 196 objective and just celebrating that milestone together, if somebody is ready to sign up for the Patreon, go ahead and let me know. Drop a 555 in the chat. And again, Patreon is where you can support the work that I do with a monthly micro contribution. You can either join at the $5 level, and if you join at the $11 level, you can join as a leading member in our community. And that's where you can get access to our full community team chat as a leading member, where you can join our collaborative work periods. Monday, we got one about building a Patreon. All of this is designed to be able to help support you as a conscious creator. You get to work with me as a conscious media creation coach. You get to join on our team podcast. You get to surround yourself with an amazing team. And you also get discounts for the item shop and lots more. And my hidden videos, including my 5-gram mushroom video as well. If you guys are thinking of signing up for the Patreon, do me a favor, drop a 555 in the chat, and it takes about 5 minutes to sign up. Contributions processed on the 1st of each month. Thank you to our Patreon signups for today's broadcast. We have had Sean, Josh, Yvonne, and also Shannon, who added their support. What did we do? We did 5 readings so far during this broadcast. That's a lot of readings, guys. That's a lot of inspiration. So thank you, everyone, for being able to receive it. I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit, guys. If we do have one more person who wants to, again, help facilitate the next reading and also join on the Patreon, please drop a 555 in the chat. Let me know. And I am just going to stand up and stretch because I haven't done that for a minute. And we're just going to take a moment here. Otherwise, we'll wrap up the broadcast, which is totally cool. Like, guys, this was an amazing broadcast. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in, for adding your support. You guys are awesome. Again, if you're looking to connect further with our community, click the link in my profile to be able to join in on YouTube and also join our team chat. So if you guys are just looking to be able to connect with our team, even if it's not as a leading member, first of all, if you're already subscribed, you're already part of the community, you're already part of the team. If you want to connect further, join our team chat. That's our Discord server. And if you want to be able to join as a leading member, join on Patreon with a monthly contribution. And again, at the $11 level, you can join that. And again, reminder for the leading members, like, that's like a sliding scale. We keep it at 11 because that's like really, really affordable for people. The value of it is much more than 11, you know? So if you guys are leading members and you feel like the value you get out of this community is like something that you can afford more of, please feel free to change your pledge to what works with you. Obviously, I wouldn't ask you to do anything that's outside of your budget, but if you're just like, yo, I could upgrade this to like a 20 or a 30, please feel free to do that. And you guys get additional like higher discounts at the item shop when you do that. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We got about 12 people tuned in on YouTube right now. Any other affirmations you guys have in the chat, let me know. And again, for those of you tuned in on all platforms, I just send you guys like so much love and gratitude. This has been an awesome broadcast today. We're almost at 196. If anybody else wants to sign up for the Patreon, go ahead, drop the link, or sorry, sign up for the chat, links in the chat. Sign up for the Patreon, links in the chat. And it only takes about 5 minutes to sign up, and we can do one more reading. However, I am totally cool with wrapping this up. So we're just going to hang out here for the next little bit. Reminder, we got our team podcast this Thursday. It's going to be Envisioning the Future, a community panel, and global meditation. And that's going to be a big broadcast. You're going to see a lot of really cool creators on air together. Because that's what we're doing. We're building a team. We're building a team of conscious creators and leaders. All right, team. Feel free to leave some gratitude down in the chat. Thank you guys so much. I think we're going to wrap this one up. We'll have to come back and do celebrate the 196 soon enough. I may even just set the target goal to 200 after this. So if anything, like I'm fine with where we are, and then we'll have to set the 200. I'll just change the target goal to 200, and then because like that's our main target goal. So, but yeah, whew. All right, team. I think we're about ready to wrap this up. If anybody's feeling like they're ready to sign up for the Patreon, drop a 555 in the chat and go ahead and let me know. And yeah, I think we're pretty much close to wrapping it up because I'm gonna go home soon and go visit my dog and my parents and stuff like that. Sean, thank you as well. Thank you everybody for joining in. You guys are awesome. This was a great broadcast. And again, may whatever you receive through this broadcast be something that you continue to like embody and carry with you. Carry this energy with you and bring it forth so that you can continue to inspire others. Kyle, very grateful for the opportunity to connect with intention. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for being here. And Kyle, thank you as well for joining on the Patreon as well. Kyle is one of our leading members, one of our newer Patreon supporters as well. Whew, man, that was a lot of energy for that broadcast. That took a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like I love it, but you know, it's like going to the gym. That takes a lot of work. So last call on any new Patreon signups. I do have energy for one more reading, but I'm totally cool with wrapping it up here. So we'll just take a couple moments here just to thank everyone again. Reminder, we got our team meditations Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll be broadcasting Monday, and then Natasha is doing Tuesday, Kristen's doing Wednesday, and I don't think anybody signed up for Thursday yet. So, all right, I'm just gonna stop talking for a minute, rest my throat. Go ahead, team. Just feel free to leave your gratitude. Gratitude for the team, gratitude for others. If you guys are thinking of signing up for the Patreon in the future, drop a 555 in the chat and sign up when it works for you. Cool. Just checking the new comments on TikTok. It's a lot of notifications there, so. Cool. All right, team. We are ready to wrap up this broadcast. Oh, Master dropping a 555. Thank you, Master. Master, again, the link for the Patrons in my profile link. You guys are welcome to sign up at any point. And again, I encourage you to just join our Discord server first, and then like through there you can get a feel for things and join the Patreon when it works for you. All right, guys. Concluding this broadcast, sending you guys so much love. That was a wonderful broadcast. How long was that? That was like 3 hours. I was thinking of going live later tonight. I don't know. It depends. Depends how much energy I have. You guys, holy shit, that was 3.5 hours. Good God. That was intense, man. That was a lot of energy. I'm looking forward to just being able to unplug for a bit. But guys, we're almost at 200. We're going to make it there by the end of the month, and then we're going to go past it. And you guys, your support means so much. And again, when you join on Patreon, you're not just supporting me, you're supporting the team, and you're doing support for yourself too. So thank you guys so much. Awesome. Master, I'm just going to add you. I'm going to follow you on TikTok right now. And then if you have any questions about the Patreon, just go ahead and let me know. And anybody else on TikTok, if you guys are going to sign up for my Patreon, drop a 555 in the chat and I'll follow you back. Okay, team. See you guys in the team chat. Thank you guys so much for holding space. That was a fun broadcast. I look forward to being able to do it again. Stay tuned. I'm not sure if I'll do it tonight, but we got the team meditation tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will see you then. And as always, much love. Keep it shifty, and I will see you guys in the future. The shift within me sees and honors the shift within you. So, all right, go ahead. Go jump into the team chat. For those of you who are new, make sure you let me know if you recently signed up, and I'll add you as a leading member. If you guys have any questions, you can either just message in the team chat, message me on Instagram. And I look forward to being able to hang out again. And reminder, use your discounts on the item shop and get some items from the item shop when you get a chance if you feel called. There's some great stuff there. All right, guys. Much love. Until next time, I will see you in the future. I already said that, but I'm saying it again. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. Much love. Thanks again.